Each and every one of you need to stop doing crack immediately.
Stop doing crack.
Yeah.
But that means I have to leave your game because it is like crack.
Oh no. Well, I suppose you can do it with moderation. Also, you have... What the hell are you talking about? We have not had crack in a month.
I need that Sevenif.
Mm.
Give me the fresh Zaza.
Zaza. That's a new word. Well, yeah. No, I don't... Edge, I don't want you as my default browser. Get out of here.
Stop edging, Doug.
So, it's been a month. It's been so long since we last played that a year has gone by. Sometimes
It's been 84 years.
sometimes we do be like that. So, hi, hello, and welcome everyone to Pathfinder once again. As you can see, today we do not have our esteemed Lex/Mallows. There was a horrible accident at the Knoll factory.
We don't have him at all, or he'll be late.
He'll
I
be
thought he'll be late.
He'll be late. I'm just being silly. The accident is that he, well, he'll be somewhat late for the recap that he absolutely needs. As a matter of fact, I think everyone needs a recap, so let's get that cracking, shall we?
You said no crack.
Well, I can do the crack. I'm the dealer. So, last year, what happened was that you have been traveling to and fro in your dainty little airship. Sorry, flying ship. Going every which way to solve all kinds of problems. The latest problem you were solving was a cult of healing that was forming in Mount Froibon, over to the northeast corner of the Kingdom of Solfak. You went over there, you solved the problem, by which I mean you killed the Titan, the Glibno, and once you did that, everything was great again. All of the cultists ran away, and then you boarded your flying ship and started making your way back home. Also, hi Mellows, welcome to the game. After you started to make your way back, you stopped midway to perform a ritual in one of the ley line nexus, the places of power. Whereupon Knick-Knack was the man of the hour, got a power, and you also called over the deputy headmaster, Corin Jurgenau, to go over there and help you perform the ritual. After which, he returned to the academy and left you all to return by flying the flying ship. Which you did. Once you had returned, you started to quickly take stock of everything that had happened in this 3-4 days that you were away. And Vise specifically decided to have a conversation with your, well, he's not quite the mentor, but a authority figure in the academy that seems mostly neutral to all the nonsense that's going on here, Chateau Branislav. And Vise pretty much talked about the concerns he had with Nick Knack acquiring a new power that might have gone to his head. Chateau Branislav decided to talk to his employer, or not necessarily employer, but his actual master, the Blizzard of the West. They scheduled a meeting, the Blizzard decided to show up in the academy, and he did. And that's the events of last game. He showed up, decided that he was going to murderize Nick Knack, changed his mind, was physically here in the city of Mergin, or rather the academy on top of the waterfall. He sensed a abyssal presence within the city and decided to destroy the city altogether. But he instead decided to give you all 30 days, a month, to rid the city of this abyssal presence or die trying. And if you fail, the city will be destroyed within a month. But if you value life as much as you said that you do, then you have also a month to screen people, those people you want to save, and take them out of the city and into whichever place. With that time on top of your heads, you decided to start taking stock of what you could. You then decided to go and recruit your colleague Ashen Snow to investigate the sewers with you, as previously told by the detective Ben Welker, who told you that there was something odd going on underneath the city. With all of those leads in mind, you ventured into the sewers underneath the city of Mergin, found potentially a conspiracy of some sort, but then you were found out, and then you had to escape before getting caught, and almost got caught in your escape nonetheless, and then you ran away back towards the academy, knowing that you definitely left quite the impression behind. You were not caught, but people definitely saw you down there. Once back in the academy, you talked with Chateau Branislav once again, and you all decided that it's best to tell the local dragons, Kor and Jurgenod, the deputy headmaster of the academy, about the Blizzard, and that the Blizzard is going to show up and be destroying the academy within a month, or rather, the city within a month. And Jurgenod paused for a moment and asked, who was it? This Blizzard of the West. This mighty dragon that overpowers all the local dragons here and that could raise a city at the blink of an eye. And the name of that entity was revealed to be Rigaorid. And that's where we left off the game. Are you among us, Mellows?
Among Us.
Are you feeling better?
Mm-hmm.
Alright. So that was the events of last game. Do anyone have any questions or anything you want to add that I have forgotten?
No, that was pretty much it.
Alright.
What was the treat you were going to give us once the game had started?
Boy, you remember that, huh? Alright. So everyone...
0 points, obviously.
Everyone can go ahead and restore your hero points to 2. Those who have not yet done that. And I need everyone to also go around and roll me a d20.
Oh no.
Mellows, could you say a test sentence, please, just to test your volume?
Oh yeah, I'm not in my usual place, so my may be off.
Yeah, a touch off.
Should have turned it louder.
Oh, I'll adjust your volume over here.
Well, how is it for everybody else?
It's good.
Okay.
Well, I'm a deaf dog, so I need a little bit more loudness in my life. Okay, the person who rolled the lowest is Knick-Knack. So, Knick-Knack, I pose onto thee a question. Choose another player, another character other than yourself to get an additional hero point.
You can only make enemies from this point on.
Well, Duck for the memes because he needs all the rerolls in the world.
Sounds good.
Knick-Knack.
Kobold?
What?
Did I fritz your brain?
I may have stepped aside to put something away.
God
In 2
fucking
seconds you were
damn
saying
you.
something.
Stop
I was
doing
hoping
that!
you weren't talking to me.
You rolled the lowest, so I need you to
Okay.
choose another character other than yourself and give them a hero point. Or rather, choose someone else, they'll get an extra hero point and start the game with 3.
I will choose Vice.
Vice, you have...
Tweldak has enough rerolls.
Fair enough.
And half the time Matt ends up spending his other person reroll on him anyway.
And because you rolled the lowest, you also get a hero point, so there you go.
Yay.
There you go, that's the treat you guys get.
Treat
Oh my god.
toes.
Yeah,
You can have hero points as a treat.
yeah,
Want a treat of?
one for Christmas and one for New Year's.
Oh
And you get a call.
no.
Yeah, everyone else gets an envelope.
Level up? Yes, of course.
No, you get an envelope, and in this envelope it says that you get 0 experience points.
Oh.
So-
Man.
Well, at least you got something. Alright, let's go. With that out of the way, Brenislav talked to Corin Yurgonod, who kind of sat there for a solid minute just thinking about things now that he has for sure the knowledge that the Blizzard of the West, this entity that apparently he has heard about in some way, shape, or form, does indeed exist, is indeed powerful, and has just threatened to raise the city and the school to the ground if this abyssal presence is not dealt with. You had all shared your intention of going on and telling what's his face, the other Watcher, the same thing, that the city will be destroyed within a month. And Yurgonod told you that that might be a more delicate matter to talk about, especially concerning that, like it or not, the Elder Watcher is married to Castenbone, and there's a whole nonsense going on with the Castenbones. Never ever would they accept that resolution, and they would probably just close off or take this remainder month to try and mount up some kind of defense against the Blizzard of the West. They do have the means and the money to hire an army at short notice. But also,
Yes, not suspicious at all. Instead of dealing with the infernal invasion, let's just kill the dragon!
oh,
Yes!
the point being that they might believe this all to be some kind of hoax, some kind of scheme to underpower them. Unless some proof is presented that the Blizzard of the West does exist, nothing can be said for sure. And the only proof really is the word of Chateau Branislav, who's been who's an envoy of the Blizzard. But even then, Viviana Castenbone and Zoldur Elder Watcher, or rather Zoldur Castenbone now, have never met Brenislav. So it could literally be just a hobo off the streets who's talking about the impending doom that will arrive in a month. So it'll be hard to convince them if that's the path you want to take. If they don't believe this, they might try and mount up a defense. And there's also the other potential possibility that they are the ones to blame for whatever abyssal nonsense is going on.
That is our leading theory, yes.
Yes.
So with that in mind, Jurgenod says that he'll think deeply about that, the implications, and he'll need some time to make up his mind about what to do next. He's been tending to this academy for the past few centuries. And he'll need
And no one has noticed.
I mean, he clearly has had other guises over the decades, you assume. Hasn't been a hobgoblin all along. Nonetheless, that's a thing that's been going to go on. And on the other hand, he tells you to be careful when approaching Elder Watcher. And Chateau Branislav, he himself hasn't really interacted with Elder Watcher, but he has heard the tales that apparently Elder Watcher has some kind of a thing going on for your group, to the point that negotiations with him might be best, might go down better if you four are involved in it.
Blah.
He certainly likes to watch us.
Elderly.
Well, not only to mention it's already past 8, and you know, with age, these old bones they don't think so highly of the late hours anymore. So I think we should leave this for tomorrow, unless you're really, well, we are pressed for time, but I don't think we're that pressed for time. Nonetheless, I'll defer to your judgment on this. It is your city, after all.
I think we should at least wait until tomorrow. Let things die down there.
What's another 29 days?
I'm okay with that.
Well, if that's the case,
I
then
mean, if you have a better suggestion, Nick, what we should do? I don't think today is something we can do anything today at this point.
well,
No.
of course. Nonetheless, I believe I'll leave this to you. I'm going to retire for the evening and think up on what else I can be of assistance. Well, see you all tomorrow. Have a good evening.
Go to bed, old man.
I shall leave all the logistics to the protagonists.
Yes.
Branislav shoots you an eye, Lex, but nonetheless he nods to all of you and walks off into the distance to one of the many academic buildings to retire for the evening. And with that, all the four of you are there. In the central square in the academy. What are you doing?
Well, I guess we need to come up with a plan or something.
Yes.
I mean,
Or something, yeah.
So maybe
Can I-
we can get people to start getting people, I guess, ready to move out of the city. I mean, at least
why
we can
would
get.
they do that if we just don't have any proofs of that going to happen?
Also, mass panic, so careful.
Yeah. That is the main issue.
We can tell them, but they'll stay. Would you want to leave your house you bought with your coin just because some guy said you're going to die if you don't leave?
No, I mean, I would wait until the end and then I would leave.
At which point the streets become
Go
clogged,
after
as
Ryan.
everyone had that idea.
Yeah. Thank God there is no housing market in here.
But if we did get the casting bombs involved, they could teleport people out.
But
Yes, but
Then
still
I'll-
need a proof of
that's true.
cheat fucking. I don't know.
Also,
Well, we'll
there's,
just talk to him
poss-
tomorrow.
there's also just the possibility that they're responsible, so they're not going to actually help
Yes.
because they're the problem.
Well, if
Suppose-
they're responsible, do they have any incentive to get the people away, or do they not care in that case?
Money,
I mean,
reputation, good reputation equals more money. Yes, they have.
oh yeah, we created an opportunity, now we sell you the solution. Who's up? Well, still need proof in that case, so where do we find that?
I mean, if they're involved, at least having proof that they're responsible might help anyway.
Yeah, that's what I meant. Well, the investigator mentioned that he wants to get to the cast bombs, and if think going through the notes, he said something about the sewers, right? Wait, that we did.
Sewers that we went through, yes.
Yes. Sorry, memory. Not coffee hasn't kicked in yet.
Welcome to yesterday.
Yes. Need to update my notes.
What do you mean coffee? 6 in the evening?
Man, I had a long day. Okay.
Alright, fair enough.
And he went through the entire thing without coffee, apparently.
Yes.
Well, I think I have a way that Elder Watcher will understand what we're saying and know that it's true. And maybe we can sneak in a couple of questions ourselves with Zone of Truth.
How would you know you didn't file a save? That always comes up when you use Zone of Truth. How
I
would they know
don't
you're not
know.
at the effect of it?
Moreover, the main issue with Zone of Truth is getting the other person to believe that A, what you cost was Zone of Truth, and B, that it's working.
I mean, if he
Okay, well,
knows
you-
the spell and he's a wizard or a mage, he automatically can recognize it.
Does the placebo work on you if you know it's placebo? Hmm.
Well, then that leaves the latter part. Also, I think dragons are just innately... I'm not even gonna make assumptions in regards to dragons' knowledge of actual spells. I don't know.
Can we get a quick list of options from the DM, maybe? Please.
There are no options really. I mean, it's up to you.
He has presented us with the problem. The options are what we come up with.
Oh, man.
That's the best
Yeah.
that I've got right there. Is I'm changing that
Well-
spell for tonight, and that's going to be my ad.
The only true de facto option I am presenting you is go down in the sewers and fight your way to the truth. But there's better ways to go about it, I imagine. You're a smart bunch, I'm sure you can come up with something. Not to say that going through the sewers is the worst option ever.
No, I think going through the front door is the worst option.
Hmm.
But yeah, as insofar as things are presented, going through the sewers is an option. Talking to the casting bones is another option. Evacuating the
Plan
how to
city
get
is
a-
another option.
How to get a meeting with them without agreeing to things we don't want to do.
Did
We
you
just
do
show up
things?
at his-
Yes.
We just show up at his bar that he goes to all the time.
Okay, but then he's going to do that. I give you a piece of information if you give me a piece of information or whatever.
Do we have any good pieces of information to trade?
We think that you have demons in your basement.
Demons in your basement. It's more like it
Do
than you
you-
think.
Hire us as a exterminator. I don't know.
Yes, I do in fact know I have demon in the basement. They're mine.
I like them there. What's the deal?
Well, you see, they clash with the whole being alive thing. Just totally upsets the feng shui of existence.
But if you really need an incentive, I can make the Blizzard come back and shorten your time span to only 7 days.
No!
No. We like our 29 days. It's good.
Alright. Never mind then. So what are you all doing for the evening? Considering
I'm
it's...
changing my spells around, and that's it.
Alright. Lex?
Well, how much evening do we have?
Well, it's 20 past 8, so the night is still youngish, depending on what kind of crazy shenanigans you want to do.
What was the magical power I decided I would get? Oh, right, it was bonus points.
Crafting's
so-
in the craftier way, I guess.
It was get extra starting powers for my construct. The
Oh.
power I ended up going with. Because they don't let you do that in this game for some reason.
That's right. Must be that pesky balance they keep talking about.
It does have a habit of getting in the way.
Yes, that's the point.
No, I think that reminds me, I never actually decided what that was. But if it's 8 in the evening, I don't have a reasonable amount of time to work on things, so I guess I will not do that. At least I don't have enough time to craft things. I don't know if I have enough time to consider engine speeds or whatever.
What do you want to do?
I want to make progress in one of my many projects, be it crafting and or improving the Wyrhm.
Well, you see, with the crafting projects, if you're heroic crafting them, you can make progress per hour.
Yeah, I know. Just don't wanna.
You're
I
being
can do that
difficult
too.
on yourself, I see.
Yep.
Well,
But having had a stressful day, it will give me new insights and ways to improve the
Alright, it's
arcane
been a
alternator
stressful
or
day.
whatever.
it has been a very long day, yeah.
Poor Knick-Knack got the dragon sucked out of him. Take it as you will.
Phrasing.
Oh
please.
no,
Lex, have you
that
got
was
any
only
plans
this morning.
to spend the evening?
Hit the eep. No.
Vice, have you got any plans for the evening?
Nope.
Alright, everyone bonk each other into bed then.
Phrasing.
All right.
So,
Oh my.
the night ends, all of you go to bed, get your restful sleep. Knick-Knack, you notice, once again, much like your peers, out of the 3 scars in your chest, one of them has disappeared.
Gasp.
And everyone gets to press the little rest button in your character sheets. Cause
I love that button.
Yeah. 'Cause
Need that button in real life.
now it's 8 in the morning of the following day, 6th day, the last day of the week before the weekend, and then after the weekend, Monday will be school day.
Which is 2-day. But
My
not to be
number's
mistaken for
3.
2-day. Oh, right, that's the... You get to re-roll that.
So there you go.
If we remember what the thing ended up being.
I love going to classes with the knowledge of impending doom in the back of my mind. It's just like real life.
Well, you still have today and the weekend of 3 days to think about that before you start thinking about school again.
Hey,
For you.
that's
and your peers.
okay, I guess.
So, it's 6th day morning. What do y'all be doing?
I think we should go down to Mergen and talk to Elder Watcher.
Is everyone in agreement to that plan?
I have no better
Yes.
suggestion, so yes.
Well, alright then.
Yeah. I'm also now just taking a moment to open up the party sheet and looking at the utter mockery I have made of it. Or at least the census section. It's wonderful.
Alright. You all then start making your way to the city of Mergen. By foot or by train car? The car thingy.
I'm not walking. I'm paying my silver. I know the cost.
Alright, everyone pay your silver. As they're
I
making
mean,
their way.
it's not that bad if we don't go up and down 50 times a day.
Yeah,
How much was it again?
1 silver piece per trip.
Rip off, but okay.
I mean, you're always free to walk,
Nah.
or you can just jump off the cliff like you did last time around.
Yeah, if we go down.
I think
but
it was 2
no.
silver, right? Yes, 2 silver.
It was 1 silver.
Yeah, 2 silver was I don't remember actually, but let's make it 1 silver, just to keep
Okay.
it simpler on everyone's minds. So
Yeah, it must be 2 silver because I have... Or 1 silver because I have 6 silver left over and we went up and down like 4 times. So the math checks out.
alright. So you are only a few minutes later down in the city of Mergen. It's still 8 in the morning. Many of the stalls are still kind of setting up shop. People are doing their morning preparations of their own. And I assume you're looking for the Elder Watcher, right?
Yep.
Okay. Much as expected, once you walk down to the city center, you find him there. As always, sitting around in the square near one of the statues and apparently talking to someone. But as soon as you guys are,
Gosh, he likes to hear his own voice, doesn't he?
as
I
soon
mean,
as
it's nice that he's talking to someone else for a change.
as soon as you
I
guys
mean-
are nearby, he stops talking, and the other person who was talking to him now they start talking, and he just moves his head over to look at you all, and his intent is focused on you now, like he always does.
Never mind. staring at us again.
I mean, every single time you come to town, he looks at you and keeps watching.
That's his thing.
I'm starting to think he doesn't have any friends.
You need some hobbies, man.
Or whoever is talking to him does not care that he's not looking at them.
Fair.
I wave very broadly.
He doesn't quite matches the enthusiasm, but you see that he has his arms crossed and he kind of raises his underhand just ever so slightly to show that he's kind of giving you a very subtle wave to you.
Not doing that thing the queen does where she just rotates her hand back and forth,
Oh god.
is he?
No, he's actually giving a small wave, but he's not
Okay.
uncrossing his arms to do so.
Hmm.
I walk in his general direction.
Along with your peers.
I don't know. Are they walking with me?
Yes.
I haven't decided yet, but probably.
I'm coming with you.
Okay.
Are we holding hands though?
Yes.
Are we frolicking?
No. No.
Maybe. Why not?
So all four of you are walking very determinedly towards him. I imagine Broadway and Rusty are there as well.
Yep.
Sure.
So actually it's
Um,
not just the four of you, it's the six of you.
It's
And
a
I'm not
war
walking
band.
because I'm riding Rusty.
Sure, you're
Hooray.
riding Rusty, because Knick-Knack does not like walking.
Walking is for chumps.
And people with long legs.
And tall people, yes.
Walking is for people who make intelligence, they're dumb stat.
Oh my god.
And once you start approaching, you see that Elder Watcher seems to not even look at the person. He just says something under his breath. The person stops talking to him and just starts walking off in away, like they always do whenever you guys show up and approach him. And then he looks you up and down, and you don't know exactly what you expected, but he greets you all like he almost always does. Why, hello there. Good morning.
Good day to you too. Do you know why we've come?
I could only wager a guess at the reason why you have decided to come and grace me with your presence. I imagine you have reconsidered my previous invitations to discuss matters?
No, we've come to talk about an issue that is facing the city of Mergen.
An issue facing the city, you say? And what might that be? This
Well,
issue.
I don't think we should talk about it out here. We probably need to go somewhere.
I think you find this is a very perfect place for us to have this conversation. Don't you worry,
Really?
there's no eyes nor ears eavesdropping on our conversation.
Do you know of the dragon that is called the Blizzard of the North?
West.
West.
West? I thought it was the North.
One
No.
of these days.
The
He moved,
Blizzard of the
okay.
West, excuse me.
He has a second.
The Blizzard of the Cardinal Direction.
Yes.
I swear, Wildak and his dragons, man.
Wildak and his names. Ah, yes, Yurganov.
He thinks for a moment, and he cocks his head to the side a little bit whilst looking down at you. The Blizzard of the West, you say? My, that is a name I have not expected to be uttered from your lips. Perhaps the lips of your tall friend. And he gestures over with his head towards Vice.
I don't know. He says he likes your lips.
You're married, you creep.
Well, have your friendly book not told you about his previous master?
I'm aware.
And yet you let others take front in the conversation. Interesting.
Do
What?
you want to talk to the book?
What business have you with the Blizzard of the West, young Wildak?
Well, he's coming to level this city.
In about a month.
Now, pray tell, why would a dragon who's so keen on not showing up and reveal its true nature to the world show up, revealing his true nature to the world and level a city?
Because somewhere in this city is an abyssal presence, and he is majorly pissed off.
An abyssal presence, you say?
Yes.
Now, pray tell, he just said that he'll destroy the city because there's an abyssal presence here in 30 days.
Because he doesn't want it to spread anywhere.
Yeah, he doesn't want a second big abyssal hole to appear.
Then why has he not
So-
yet done that already?
Because we
Because we
pleaded to
convinced
him.
him. Yeah, we
Yeah,
convinced him
yeah,
to
sure.
take care of it.
The four of you are going to take care of an abyssal presence.
Yes.
Well, sure. That's why we
While
came to
sit
you.
in- that's and you can sit and be all cocky like that and annoying and not helpful at all. No wonder we don't like you.
That came out of nowhere, but okay.
My. Such sharp words. Thankfully, I have a thick hide, and those words of yours are mere scratches upon my skin. So, am I to understand you'd come here just to flaunt your quest and throw insults at my face and deny me of the agreements I have proposed in the past?
We came to ask you to help us save the city and to see whether or not you were involved in it.
Me involved in it? What do I have to gain from involving the city in dealings with an abyssal presence? Do you even know
Well,
what an abyssal presence can do?
No, I don't. Everybody keeps asking that, and I don't know.
To think the young academy pupils decided not to use their vast library to learn more about this threat. Very well, you
Well-
need my help then, huh?
I would like recall knowledge on account of me of being a part of a secret organization of people who fight chaotic forces.
Possibly involving 13 members.
Sure, Vice. Make me a secret occult check, won't you?
As a call check.
Yeah, a secret occult check. to recall knowledge on abyssal presences.
Have we not checked the library for abyssal presences? I forgot.
I don't remember
No,
you
we
doing
kind of went out in a hurry, I think.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, okay.
Which sounds very like us.
that. It does, doesn't it?
God.
Oh god, the plot's happening! Run! Panic!
Fire somehow.
So, Vice, you think about it, and indeed, you are part of a secret organization. If only your memory hadn't been wiped.
That's kind of the crux of this story, but okay.
You think
Well, he's-
maybe they know a thing or two or 10 or several about abyssal presences, also dragons, but you yourself have mostly forgotten. So you will need to check with one of them.
Only there was one of them in this city or an academy. Oh my god, where could I find one?
Good question. But hey, you arrived to an answer to your question. How can I learn more? Now you know.
The more you know.
And Elder Watcher then looks down at you, Wildak. I suppose I could assist you with this abyssal presence, but I assume you're gonna help me out as well, won't you?
There it is.
No, we're not. The only thing that I came to ask you is if something happens and we don't get there in time, that you will somehow use the Kastenbaum's transportation circles to get the people out of the city.
Do you care for this city, if it lives or dies?
What I'm wondering most is why you have such animosity towards me. I have enlightened you in several many matters, and I have never really asked you to do anything outright illegal or dangerous. And yet,
No, but you keep always insinuating that, and it just
you
makes you sound slimy.
But you
The
said you want
voice,
to kill a detective to make us seem like we did some bad stuff. And now you're saying... Okay. Sure.
I can admit
Well,
to being wrong and having a lapse of judgment. And also, might I remind you, we previously worked together and you tried to fell me and almost succeeded. I have my own reasons to be guarded around you for. And yet, I'm trying to
Well,
put that
sure.
behind me and work together with some
We have
guarantees that
our
if...
own reasons to be guarded around you as well. Somebody stole our memories and we still don't get why we attack you. You can say we were hungry for power, but we don't remember that.
Well, I've already told you who stole your memories.
Yeah,
You
well,
did.
No, not him. The professor.
Yeah. I knew who.
Well, you're gonna add, not the Elder Watcher.
Yeah.
Then why you say you did it?
No,
I
I,
didn't
think
say
he
you
meant he
did it.
did tell us. That's what he meant.
He did. You did tell us. I understand that, and I'm not saying that I haven't appreciated the crumbs that you have given us to push us along various ways. But I came to say, my goddess is the goddess of community, and destroying Mergen is wrong. And I need to make sure that these people get saved.
Well, it seems to me then that your goddess should be pointing you towards fighting the Blizzard of the West, then. It
Fighting
is...
him?
Well, it seems to me the Blizzard is what wants to destroy this community you uphold so dearly.
Well, yes, but there's some sort of thing from the abyss here. That shouldn't be here.
Yeah, the
Also-
problem
Very
is,
well.
even if we defeat the Blizzard of the West, the city's still gonna get fucked another way.
Yes.
Well,
Also, you're quite nonchalant about this information, and I asked already, do you have no interest in having the city survive?
of course I do have an interest in having the city survive, otherwise I would not have made residence here. And yet, I don't fully
And yet.
understand. I don't particularly disbelieve all of the information you're telling me, but I find it odd that you would come to volunteer this information like that. You have been known to scheme around a bunch, and I don't know your true intentions. I am guarded against you. For all I know, there's things you might know that you're not telling me, and things you're telling me that are not true.
There is nothing that I am telling you that is incorrect.
What
Our
would we
true
gain from
intentions are
telling
to
you?
save people.
We don't gain anything from lying to you, so. And if you know about the abyssal presence, you know we are telling you the truth. If that's the case.
This is not some. If you want the city to not be destroyed, we have to work, cooperate with you and with Jorganad, with everyone, honestly. So, if you want us to bow our hand and step on our knees and ask you very, very much, I suppose I could do that. I mean, what's the lives of the whole city worth to you? I guess nothing.
So what will you have me do then?
If
Come
you have
up with some-
information, we would appreciate that, and also have a way out for the people of the city if you can.
Just help us.
Well, I can definitely try and work out a way that the people of the city might go elsewhere in case this destruction comes forth. But all I can do really is provide a way. I cannot force anyone in the city to abandon their homes and their friends and their families and their livelihoods because of this.
I understand.
I'm sure that they will come to their senses once they see a dragon raining destruction from the skies, but by that point it might be too late for them.
I understand, but I need to try to do what I can right now. That's all this is. I'm basically falling, and I've figured out that jumping off the building saved me another 2 seconds. Now I have to figure out how to stop falling.
Oh boy.
Well, I'll try and do that. In regards to information, I can also try and look into that and help you with some information as well. Whatever I can find in these 30 days.
Great. Name your price, I guess. That's the part that's coming up,
Also,
right?
I'm sure you heard about the incident underneath your house, and we're not going to undermine you, but if there is some, I don't know, clue down there, we would like to have an access.
Sure, here's the keys. Go ahead.
Very well. Then might us make an agreement. I will talk to my wife and give you access to the underside of our home. However, I need a favor from all of you as well, and I think you'll find that this will come to be mutually beneficial.
Okay.
Ever
It's only fair.
since we started having any kind of back and forth, my intention not only has been to, well, know where you lie and if you're thinking of trying to rid the world of dragons again. But also have a bit of a safeguard in case you're getting power from those places of power. I wanted to have some of my own, so I would be strong enough whenever the moment comes, whenever you lose your minds and try to kill us. But from my understanding, you have not been doing that much, which is good. So we can put that aside for the future. The other thing I have been wanting now, from you or anyone in the academy, is plans and schematics and the means. Then the answer to all of the questions on how to build our own flying ships. We have a lot of opportunity for commerce and other things here in Mergin, and if we had that information, we could certainly bring about a revolution in travel. Not only that, but if we had extra airships here, flying ships, sorry, here in Mergin, that would be more people we could evacuate safely and soundly.
I don't think you. I mean, that's a nice added bonus, but I don't think you're building airships in 30 days, right?
I think we have more manpower here in Mergin than you have at the academy.
Alright.
And we have the means to make it happen, or at least my wife, the Castenbones, have plenty of money to make that happen.
Well, that's not really our property to give away, but we can ask Jorgenod that.
Of course. Do that for me, and then I'll make sure that you have free reign of the underside of our manor. Sounds like a deal?
All right.
We'll think about it.
I mean,
We
we'll have
can
a
ask.
conversation.
We don't know whether he'll say yes or not.
I'm
Or
sure you can be
whoever's
very
responsible
convincing.
for that.
You know how to work your ways into the hearts and the minds of people. I'm sure you can come around and convince them.
He makes me sound so sleazy.
I
Build
don't know,
charisma. Get over it.
Yeah. You have the charisma, guy. You can.
So go up there to the academy, raise up Jorgonod and
Oh
Professor
lord.
Valdraff.
Oh no, what did I do?
Plead your god for the Riesler.
Turns out that
Sorry.
even when it's seemingly ageist being, the hello fellow kids energy is strong.
Indeed.
Yes.
And once I have the schematics for a flying ship in my hand, the means to produce it, I'll then make sure to grant you access to the underground of the Castenball Manor and let you peruse as much as you want down there. So long as, of course, you don't mind being watched. I trust that you
No, I
have the
don't.
best intentions in your minds, and yet I worry that things might get pilfered.
No, I wouldn't steal anything from you. That would be rude. But I do have to ask a question. Do you know anything about an abyssal presence being summoned to the city? And I'm looking.
Respectfully.
The only thing I know about an abyssal presence in the city is this information you have just brought me.
Insight from everyone.
Insight check.
I think
Oh
it's
my-
just perception nowadays.
You all can make me your secret perception checks
Alright.
to incite the
Probably
Dragon
way
Man.
cool, right? Everything else is alphabetic, but not perception. It's just on the top of the list for some reason. Yes.
Because it's not a skill.
It's not even on the top of the
right.
list.
Okay.
It's off to the side.
It's the little eye, the cross eye.
Yeah.
It's a
Just let me
special
find
skill
it on Broadway sheet. Yes.
with special eyes.
Wait,
Special eye.
Look.
is Broadway also perceiving?
Yes.
Mm,
Hmm.
Fine. Alright, I'll allow it.
We did that before. It's nothing new.
I mean,
Well,
he
forget
generally
it.
perceives. He doesn't sense motive typically.
Well,
Oh, that's maybe fair, I guess, if that's too emotionally.
no. I
complicated.
mean, I can allow that. It's just that I don't know. You, at no point have you Broadway been like part of the conversation.
Fair. I think we allowed it for like checking for traps and basic observation, but not like if people are lying. That's fair. If you don't want to count it, it's okay. I think. Yeah, that's right.
I don't mind. It's fine.
Okay.
So there's an action called Sense Motive. The GM attempts a single secret perception check for you and compares the result to the deception DC of the creature. That's what you're rolling for. If, you know, Zoldur Elder Watcher is lying, or so you think at least.
No, I'm just suspecting.
Ah. So much suspicion going on down there.
There is. I just don't like him. I just don't. He rubs me the wrong way every single time.
It's the voice acting.
The poor
It's-
boy.
Yeah.
It's the fact that he's rubbing you.
No.
Alright,
Forward. Crank hog.
What?
so he says no, he doesn't know anything, and you can see that he's trying to kind of like wiggle around the truth somehow, but you kind of mostly get the sense that if he knows something, it's like a whisper in the wind that he heard at some point. And
So
you
it's like
get,
a guess about something.
yeah, it's like he probably heard some rumor or something about monsters in the city. Like it or not, just yesterday
sure.
you were kind of rising up the whole there's undead in the sewers, oh my god. And maybe he heard something the same way, shape or form as that. And
Oh no. He knows about it, but because we told him. Oh no.
so you think he might have heard something about abyssal things from other people around in town, and he never really went after those things to double check, and you think, yeah, I guess he really doesn't know anything. However, Lex, looking at his eyes and his everything, you can see the faintest hint of a little curly smile at the very edge of his mouth whenever he says, no, I don't know anything. And you know, deep within yourself, every single cell in your body tells and screams, he's lying. He knows about the abyssal presence.
That tells me you either rolled really high or really low. And that scares me. But enough metagaming.
Thinking about confronting him about it or just leaving it. I'm not sure actually. Let me think.
Not only that,
I'm
but
not sure
only you, Lex, noticed this. So you look to your companions, and everyone else seems to just be nodding with their head, like, "Okay, I guess this is it." And you think that they're about to give up on this. So if you wanna bring this up, this is the moment.
Probably. But boy, I think you're lying. Why are you smiling like that?
I'm sorry.
You know a bit about the abyssal presence, don't you? More than rumors. More than just hearsay.
You think I know about this creature?
Yes. And I wanna try an intimidation check to get him to talk.
How are you, Lex, intimidating a dragon? Don't even think about
I-
rolling dice yet. Just tell me
I'm just,
what would you
I'm
do?
just doing it, okay? Fuck it.
He's being intimidating.
Rah, rah, rah. Speak.
Oh
Right.
no, he did it. He's doing a T-pose.
Okay, roll me the
Ah.
intimidation check and we'll interpret the results.
Secrets?
Yeah, please. While
Here
I
we go.
double check the rules to make sure that it is or isn't. Intimidate. That's not even an action.
Demoralizes the action.
Coerce. With threats, either visual or overt, you attempt to bully a creature into doing what you want. You must spend at least 1 minute of conversation with a creature that you can see and that can either see or sense you. At the end of the conversation, attempt an intimidation check against the target's will DC, modified by any circumstance the GM determines. Alright. It's not meant to be a secret check. So, do you want to keep the result you rolled or do you want to roll again?
That sounds
He
like I
just-
should roll again.
No, I'm just giving you the option.
He doesn't know what he rolled.
Yeah.
It's secret.
It's a secret, Eric.
That's not a fair question.
I'll.
Okay, alright, we'll ignore the roll you just made then. Make me an open
Yeah.
intimidation check roll.
Alright. Woo! I'm big scary.
Wow, you are.
You better talk, old man.
So,
That might beat his DC. What's the DC of a dragon?
I don't know.
And again, level isn't included, so fuck.
hold on, I'm reading what the success in the course action does.
I think it treats the person one
Shush, I'm
step
reading.
friendlier than usual. Okay, that won't be helpful.
The thing that happens is that you see his eyes goes wide a little bit. He really seems kind of perturbed by the tone, the presence, your willingness to attack a noble in broad daylight, as you just shown, and all of you can see that despite being what he is, Elder Watcher flinches.
Oh, you made him
Dun,
flinch.
Done.
Bitch.
He's scared of that pose. It's illegal.
And then
Stop it. I'm not T-posing on. Okay.
he looks at you, Lex, and finally recomposing, closing his eyes a little bit. And then he opens it up again, and he's got his composure back now, and looks down at you and says, "If you want to learn more about the Abyssal Presence, then you really want
Is it your wife?
Stop!
You really want to give me those schematics and go into the underside of my manor and find the answers you're seeking there."
It is his wife.
He keeps his wife locked in his basement? What?
Oh no!
No, his wife is an abyssal presence.
Woman, am I right, fellas? Or something, I don't know.
Misogynistic dragon that strikes again.
Yes,
Something,
exactly.
something straight people humor.
Yes.
But he tells you that the answers you seek about the Abyssal Presence are underneath his manor. And that you can have those answers if you give him the schematics.
Good.
You get that out of your successful intimidation check.
Mm-hmm.
You
Your
grab
successful
Wow.
T-pose.
My headcanon is Lex just pointed at Broadway, like behind the shots. Like, look at, do you see this guy? He's gonna mess you up if you don't tell me. And Brother just like gets uncomfortably close to his face and does the whole like thumb across the neck thing. And somehow it works for some reason.
And I believe we're done here then.
Yes. You can go
Yup,
back to
I
watching the
think we're
Eldery.
done.
You'll leave.
You can continue with your. No, wait, no, you can't. You
Yeah.
left.
Very well then, you know where to find me. I'll be waiting for the schematics.
Good day, sir. Bye.
Same to you. And he just stands there, kind of waiting for you all to move away. But he's
Think we're leaving?
Oh my god, he earned a good boy points for him. Not a lot, but some.
so now you get the sense that yeah, he fucking knows. He knows something,
Wow.
and you know where to find the answer now that he's pretty much told you. Given the
Well-
schematics, and I'll let you inside the underground of my manor where the answers to your questions lie.
It was a lot more forward than I was expecting.
Yes,
I don't know how to feel.
This was gonna work, to be honest, but here we are. Okay.
I wasn't expecting you to roll a good sense motive and a good intimidation, but here we are.
Yeah.
The dice are
But
telling a
here
story.
we are.
The dice give it, the dice take it. Today they give it. So we
Dice
can
give
either
it,
try.
dice let you T-pose viciously.
That did not happen. Stop making it canon, okay?
Canon.
Alright, we have two options. Either we go for the schematics at the academy or just break into the basement, since we know we're gonna
Yeah.
learn about it there, I think.
Yeah,
I mean-
I think we should at least ask Jurgenod. I mean, he might just be like, whatever.
You think?
I still don't
Well,
think he's the one that has. Did we decide that he's the one that actually is allowed
Well, I
to do
mean,
that?
the headmaster would do that, but I mean, he could talk to her.
I don't think they have interest in sharing with the casting bombs indirectly over other watches, so he can try, but
I mean, I feel like we need to kind of, I don't know, get a feeling on what some people, like a detective or whatever, feel about the fact that he practically confirmed our suspicions.
Yeah. I mean, with this point, we could go back to the Blizzard of the West and say, well, just destroy the Castenbaum Manor and everything that's under it, and that would get it.
that's an option if he can do targeted demolition and not, destroy everything in a mile radius in the process.
So I feel like just despite us, he would move it,
Yeah.
if that's even possible.
Fair enough.
He
We
seems
could-
like the sort to destroy the world to spite his nose
Hmm.
or something. Whatever the expression is. Humans are weird.
So, another silver piece.
Boy.
I
Are you
mean,
going back
that
up
was
to the academy?
that was a given. It's more a matter of if we need to have a third and fourth silver piece, at which point I will have issues with this traveling
true.
cost we go on.
Have you no more matters to attend to in the city of Merging whilst you're already there?
I mean, we could go and see the detective and see if he's got any more information.
That's an option.
Tell him what we did find.
Also, in any case, in what we do, we should still try to research the abyssal thingy in
Yeah,
the
we
library.
probably want to sit and research that. Other people want to do that because I have a vested
You want to
interest
work on
in-
other things.
Yes.
All right, so let's go talk to the detective. Then we'll go in back and we'll hit the library. You guys do research on that. I'll talk to Jurgenod.
Perfect.
Okay, that's our plan, Doug.
Okay. You walk around in circles for 15 minutes and then you find yourself sitting in a table in front of Detective Benno Welker, who's like, huh. So you went into the sewers, I see.
We did.
Well, the sewer raiders were the talk of the town yesterday.
I bet.
Yeah, we kind of got saw, and Rusty got caught down there, and it wasn't good. There's sewer elves. Did you know there's sewer elves?
That sounds so made up. I'm sorry.
I think they're called drow.
Drow, got it.
But yes, I do know of the... He makes big air quotes with his fingers. Underground elves.
Yeah, they didn't like
not
us
cold.
being down there.
They're not called drow. Paizo is uncannoned that or something, I think. I don't know.
Yes, which is why in this world they're called sewer elves. Didn't you just hear your companion, the little one? So, thankfully, the city is looking for citizens of Mergen who have gone into the sewers. Thankfully, you are not citizens of Mergen. However, perhaps foolishly, you decided to give them your academy information.
Ah.
Wardens of the academy, they said. And thankfully, yet again, I'm sure Professor Valdraff and Professor Jurgenod at the academy, they can put a little bit of red tape around that kind of stuff, especially where so far as it concerns wardens, which is something usually I would disagree with, if only I wasn't working with the wardens this time.
What do you mean the rules don't apply to the secret police?
I mean, I was also not expecting them to actively want to, I don't know, attack us in an official capacity.
Yeah, that's a bit of a yes.
But no one died.
I don't think they wanted to
Could
attack
have.
you. From what I read about in the report, there was suspicion about your presence there, considering even though you had warden badges, you did not have any kind of official permission to be in the water treatment plant.
That is true. We kind of talked away in, I think, if I remember correctly.
Like I said, I'm not very keen on wardens acting around and overriding local powers and rules, but nobody can allow the water supply to be, well, dealt with in secret, so it's no wonder they tried to send some more guards after you to make sure you're not up to anything bad or litigious, but I suppose you just gave them more reason to be suspicious of you once you ran away.
Could we, like, maybe not asking the detective, more the GM, could we get a warrant to be there? How realistic is that?
We
Uh,
ask for them.
It's super simple in theory because you could just go to the administration, ask for a permit. They'll ask the academy what is the reason. The academy will give up a reason if they are in on this plan, of course. Then they'll write back to the administration. The administration will give you a permit and then allow you to go into the sewer unimpeded. You just didn't do that.
Crap. Well,
we didn't think very far. We
Yeah.
didn't think that laws existed, okay?
they don't apply to us, obviously, the main characters. Well, we could do that and have a look downstairs if we assume that in the time between issuing the warrant, the Kassenbaums and Zuldo wouldn't get or hide the abyssal presence if that is even possible. I don't know how this thing looks or how big or something it is. So
The biggest problem with the whole getting to the series is that you wanted to do it in a way that the custom balls would not ever know that you were there, but
yeah, that's a
from
problem.
moment one you screwed that up.
Fair enough, and now they
Well, we
know
screwed that
we
up.
know. So
We
it's
screwed that
not-
up yesterday, to be
Yeah.
fair.
Moment one.
So us screwing it up even more today is not making it worse, I guess. I don't know.
Yeah.
Well, I
So
don't
sneaking
know.
is kind of off the table, I think.
Maybe
still would have
attempting
paid-
maybe attempting a stealth mission with a giant robot and a halfling full of belt buckles was a bad idea.
Fair.
I don't know. I still would have paid to see Lex intimidate Elder Watcher.
I mean, I did, but
I know you did.
you can still pay me. It's okay. Money. Okay, so library first, or talk to Academy about the schematics first? What's the plan?
I think Wildak said he'll talk to people
You're
and
You guys
we
can research.
Okay,
we
yeah,
can
yeah.
study things.
So, you're just giving here an update on everything that happened, the detective asked you
Oh.
guys.
Yeah.
We
Pretty
probably
much,
should
and-
tell you something as well.
What do you
Make
have?
sure that you're out of the city in at least 29 more days.
Huh.
It's going to be destroyed.
If we don't figure out what the custom bombs are up to under their mansion,
You.
which they practically confessed to knowing what's going on.
So once again, the custom balls are involved in something potentially dangerous to life as a whole.
Well, indirectly very dangerous.
Should have thought that
Since-
this would be bigger than the dead farmer druid in Belden.
Yeah, they seem to want to get hold of the ship designs as well. And I don't know what's going to happen with that. I'm guessing they're trying to keep their trade power going, because if they had ships as well that could fly, the only
They
thing that would
basically-
stop them is wormwood.
Basically, just need a monopoly, or to maintain a monopoly on travel is what they want.
Yeah. Consume the competition before it gets too big, but question is if they're just doing it to stay in power, which is not good, but okay, or if they have different plans once they get the schematics in their hands. That could be an option too.
Not only that, but I find it odd to imagine that you would jeopardize destroying your own city to gain an upper hand against on the competition. I would think there's something else that they want.
Yeah.
Maybe the teleportation circles are not enough to get where they want to go, and the flying ships are the solution to that.
Possibly. So good to keep in the back of the mind.
But if that's the case, then I don't really know what the casting bones could be after. So tell me, everything about the casting bones. What did they confess to exactly? Being responsible for the reason why the city is going to be destroyed?
Well, I asked if he knew anything about the abyssal presence that's in the city. And I was watching him to see if there was any tell that he would know.
In the elderly
And-
way. Sorry.
And Lex saw something and challenged him on it. and he basically said, if you get us the plans of the ship, I'll let you look underneath my house. That's where something is.
In the context of the abyssal presence.
That something underneath his house being an abyssal presence?
Yes, he wasn't
What I'm
super
guessing.
specific about it, but yes, it's linked in any case.
Very well. What is an abyssal presence, if I might ask?
I don't know. We're going to go
His
back and
wife.
look that up.
Come to us with us to the library.
Yeah, admittedly, our information sources like throwing the words abyssal presence around, and we just ran around like headless chickens.
It's what's it called? Schnitzeljagd? Yes.
I imagine not fun.
Nope.
Huh.
Big dump, maybe some person. I don't know. Hard to tell at this point.
Or some being from the abyss. I don't know.
Dragon do not lack. We don't know.
Yeah, I think it's more than, oh, a demon has been summoned.
Hmm. I'm afraid I don't know anything about abyssal presences or have ever heard a term before. Though,
Well, want to come up and spend a silver piece and come look in the library?
Could use your extra pair of eyes.
We're getting very weird about this.
It's funny. Why not?
well, I suppose I can make a visit at the academy later today after I finish some other things I'm working into. Besides, it would be best not to be seen around together so much. Then
Got
again,
it.
I don't know at which point the Cast and Bones already know about our partnership.
Oh yeah. They've already threatened you. You know, you're okay.
I'm sorry, what?
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
We
should
mentioned
have
this last time,
Yes, I think we did.
and then you said you had the suspicion that something was up, if I recall.
Well, then let's all
Um,
ride up together then.
Yeah.
There we go.
If I'm
And
gonna
he
get
wonders
attacked,
why we
might
don't
as-
like him.
If we're gonna get attacked, might as well be surrounded by 6 very capable fighters. Imagine you are capable fighters
Who's
if you can
that?
get inside the sewers and exit without getting caught.
I'm.
Uh,
Yes.
Very well then. So the 7 of you make your way up to the academy by trolley. So pay your silver piece.
our silver piece.
Sadness.
I just realized I have not been charging for Rusty.
He's my animal. He's
Plus
my
one.
emotional. He's my emotional support construct.
Bikes don't cost fares. I don't know.
I should have been charging for Rusty. It's only fair. So pay up, Knick-Knack.
Oh no.
Oh, starting
okay,
now.
I will okay.
I don't want to retroactively count how many trips there has been. So starting now, pay 2 silver
Well-
pieces.
There's been a lot.
I'll do. I'll also count the trip down so I don't have an odd number of silver pieces.
Sure.
Because that's gonna drive me fucking nuts.
Alright. All of you make your way back to the academy. And you're going to the library. Was that it?
Yep, and I'm going to Jurgenod.
Okay. So everyone who's doing research is looking into abyssal presences, right? I.e. Lex and Vice.
For what?
You're looking into abyssal presences in the library, right?
Yes.
Okay. Well, the both of you give me your delicious occultism check. Make it open.
No, that's
Yeah,
the bad one.
definitely. I definitely shouldn't help with this because I have no occultism training.
I have a +2. Can I do something else?
Ow.
No.
But Wise has a ton of cult training.
Well, Mr. Sumner have more than me, but I can do that.
Okay.
He has +2 apparently.
Nope. It's not my strong suit for some reason.
You want it to be secret, Mister?
You said public.
Public.
How in the shit do you have...
I have no idea.
Okay.
I don't know.
I mean, I thought
I'm
that
asking
was
myself
your...
the same question constantly, so I'm confused too.
I mean, that's your magical tradition. That's the one thing you should have been increasing.
I mean, he is trained in it, but he isn't smart, is the problem.
Thank you.
Well, I see now what
Intelligence
happened.
is a dumb stat, as it was.
I see what happened when you got the chance to upgrade one of your trained skills into expert. Ideally, you would have done that with your primary magic tradition, which is occultism, but you did that with either nature or diplomacy. But that's fine. You can carry
Hey.
on.
That expert diplomacy had us open a lot of doors this game, so I'll take that.
Fair enough. You see, this is not going to do the DC 17, so you are going to fail this check unless you succeed by spending a hero point and rolling 17 or higher.
I'm not.
Wise?
Yes. Let me use one of my good boy points and roll absolute shit.
Better.
I was close.
That's better, but no cigar.
But cigars are bad.
Mm. Well, so it's good that you are not getting any then. So spend some of the day trying to look around for things about abyssal presences in the library, but you don't even know where exactly to look for, so you just spend a bunch of time first filtering through many kinds of books just to find books that may be related to that in some way, shape, or form. But alas, you spend a whole lot of the day trying that and unfortunately failing. Meanwhile, Wildak, you're going to the place.
Yeah, to talk to the boy himself.
Jurgenad?
Yes.
Alright, you knock at the door to his office, he opens it up, looks down at you in surprise as always. Mr. Hartbrook. What can I do
Yes,
for you?
you're always surprised to see me, but like a bad penny, I keep showing up.
It's a copper piece, but sure.
Copper piece, yes, there we go. I have some news. We went and talked to Elder Watcher.
About everything we talked about yesterday, I assume.
Yes. And we verbally debated for a long time, and finally he said that he would help us. So, yesterday. So he said that he would help us, but specifically to get the people out of the city, or to give a way to get the people out of the city. But he wants to have a copy of the blueprints for the Wyrhm.
He wants the schematics for the Wyrhm.
Yes.
It's not the first time I've heard of him wanting that.
I know, it's odd. I mean, I understand that it's sort of in competition to his transportation circles. But, I don't know why he wants that so bad, except that maybe that gets him to somewhere that his circles want. I just don't know where that is.
What did he say about the abyssal presence?
Well, he said that he hadn't heard about anything, and our whole group, except for Lex, was ready to take him at his word for that because it sounded plausible. I mean, he said that he had heard maybe a few rumors about it, but he needed to investigate more. But Lex saw through, evidently, some tell that he had and went off on him. And basically, he confirmed that it was something underneath his house. And we could get free access to that if we brought him the schematics for the Wyrhm.
He said that underneath his house is the Abyssal Presence.
No, he said that what we were looking for would be under there, or a clue to it would be under there.
By his house, it means Cast and Bones Manor.
Yes.
Well, you can tell him he'll have no schematics. And also,
I told him it wasn't ours to give.
And also, that is a clear trap. Whatever he's hiding under his house, he absolutely does not intend to share that with you.
Oh, you think it's a trap?
I think abyssal presences are nothing to be played around with. They...
So what are they, sir? Yeah, I keep hearing this.
Even us don't know much about it. It's a job of occultists, really, to look into this kind of thing. Part of why this academy has served me so much is that it has given me, and Zoldor, when he was still here, an opportunity to learn more about abyssal presences. They are alien creatures that have powers and abilities beyond our comprehension. That akin to the gods.
Oh my!
But they're not quite titans. So felling one of these creatures wouldn't really help you in any way. Attain its power, that is. The only way you have to attain its power is to control this creature. But, alien as they are, controlling them proves itself quite an endeavor. Almost impossible, one might say. In short, dealing with abyssal presences, this kind of outlandish creatures, is just more trouble than it's worth. If Zoldor has answers to it underneath his house, I just find that incredibly odd. He and I studied abyssal presences, creatures, anything to do with the abyss together for a long time, and he knows the dangers as much as I, and I cannot imagine that Zoldor would willingly chase after that.
I mean, he is low-key crazy, so, or megalomaniac, so might be. I know I'm not there, just throwing it out there.
I wonder if somehow Lady Castenbone has got to his mind in more ways
It's the
than one.
devil, I said so!
We can
Either that, or it's her plan, and she's trying to go somewhere. Who knows?
Well,
She has a mean streak.
the thing I imagine is that with a flying ship, it would be, well, much more magically cheaper, albeit not particularly faster, to go over to Korund, wherein the abyss lie, and with a flying ship you could fly down into the abyss. But that's crazy. I can see how that could look like a potential plan, but There's so many unknowns about it.
Got it, sir. I hope that they're not planning on doing that, because anything brought back from the abyss would be detrimental to the people of Mergen.
To everyone and anyone anywhere. Abyssal creatures
All
belong
at
to the
once.
abyss, and not in the material world. No abyssal creatures should be here. As a matter of fact, this abyssal presence in Mergen is already unwelcome. So much so that I can understand why the Blizzard would want to raise the city.
Oh yeah, I mean, I think things are happening there because the detective saw reports about undead attacking, and I'm guessing that that's related in some way in the sewers.
It could be that the Casting Bones are dealing with necromancy as well, on top of abyssal forces. What I would say is that if you take Zoldur on his word and go underneath the Casting Bone Manor, you will not return with life. That is certainly a trap. But I can talk with the people at the workshop. Maybe enlist Professor MacVender Fitzsmith to come up with a faulty schematic.
Ah, I like that.
One that
Never
you
heard this
could-
plan before.
I know. I was just sitting there thinking about that. Faulty wormwood, faulty schematic. Lord, they're going to go off into space.
We'll solve this problem by having them die by their own ignorance.
That could prove useful enough in that you will be granting the Casting Bones a schematic for a flying ship. One that will not work properly, and one that will be faulty enough to hopefully crash and kill Viviana. But who knows? But at best, it'll give you access to the underside of their manor, which will allow you to investigate and find out more truths. But like I said, I cannot see that as anything other than a trap. If you go down there, you will most certainly die, or at least be overwhelmed by whatever you find there.
It just worries me that something might be there. And if we don't go and look, it could just continue.
Well, I'm not saying that you shouldn't go and look. What I'm saying is that if you look and enter through the door that Zoldur opens for you, then you'll definitely be walking into a trap.
Ah, so perhaps we talked to the detective about maybe getting a warrant to go through another way, but I fear that the Casting Bombs would learn that we were going that way.
But not only that, but the water treatment system underneath Castle Town is administered by by themselves. So even if I were to somehow talk to the city's water administration to allow you access, you would still be barred from going there. So
Oh yeah, and then there's a whole army of sewer elves under there.
yes, the sewer elves.
Yep, this is canon now. I love it.
What I imagine is you'll have to find a way to invade there without the sewer elves knowing, or Just go in at full force and deal with whatever you find. And also make sure you have an escape plan at the ready.
I mean, at least getting out through that one well may be a good plan. We've got a map that we drew that got us at least that far.
That's an interesting thought. I think I can try and find a map of the underground. That could help with navigation.
Oh, yes.
Very well then, I'll be procuring a map. That should help. And in the meanwhile, I'll talk to Professor McVander Fitzsmith to also look into a faulty schematic for a flying ship. And... well, that aside, I don't know what else I can do to be of use.
No, I think you've been more than helpful, sir.
All I ask is that whatever happens down there, try and make sure that harm doesn't come to Zolder.
I will try, sir.
Like I said before, he and I are dragons, and we, our kind, are feel it would hurt me dearly to know that yet another dragon life has been lost.
Well, I don't think the Blizzard would be too happy either.
Certainly not. I'll understand if there's no other choice, but if there is any chance whatsoever that Zoldur can be talked and convinced to give up this plan, just try not to kill him, is all I ask.
All right. You have my word.
Thank you, Mr. Hartbrook. Now, is there anything else you need?
No, I should go back to the library. The other sort of trying to research abyssal presences, and I don't know how good they are with the books. I bet they're in that section again.
I think you'll find that abyssal presences are such a dangerous thing. Even I have been careful not to leave books with information on that hanging around.
Aha.
Is there maybe a forbidden section where you keep the books?
The forbidden section.
Next to the porns? I don't know.
That would be my office.
Aha.
I don't
Well,
have
would you happen to let me look?
I don't have a book per se, just a journal with annotations about it. But it is mixed in with other reports and other thoughts. It is a personal journal after all, so if you give me time, I'll compile all the relevant information about abyssal creatures and presences in a different book for you to study.
All right. And I make my way out. Thank him for his time.
By the way,
Oh, yes?
I know that there's a whole time pressure going on now, that so the city of Mergen is not, well, raised. But have you had any time to look into those titans?
The healing one we took out, I told you that.
Well, there's more in Sofok.
There are more. We took care of most of the wyverns. There's still a few of them that are left, packs of them. And we came over some weird giant trees, but we haven't researched anything about those. And then we saw manticores, but that was it.
Well, if you have the time, I do suggest you go and take care of those titans. No matter what lies underneath the Castamball Manor, it is more battle practice you will be getting, and more powerful, potentially.
Yes, sir.
Now, have a good day and good luck with your endeavors.
Oh, thank you, sir.
And that's it. You leave
Yep.
Professor Jurgenard's office and rush over to the library to tell Lex and Vice to give it up. It's a waste of time.
It will be very difficult to find things on the Abyssal Presence because Jurgenard has pretty much removed all of the books that would contain anything about it. And the books are gone, and he's transcribed stuff into a personal journal that he's supposedly going to create a reference material book for us.
Sweet. Nice. Also, the high DC kind of told me it was useless to try, but whatever.
He also
I feel much better about choosing to do something else today.
He also said that if we go down the way that Zoltor Door told us to go, we'll probably be certainly killed or overwhelmed, and that we should probably sneak down some other way. And he's going to try to get us a map, a real map of the sewers.
And you tell us about the fake schematics and hopefully blowing up Miss Castball, right?
I tell you that he's got a plan and it involves the schematics, but I'm not going to tell you what it is because if more people know about it, then obviously he could figure it out.
I mean, you can tell us, I guess, but...
Yeah. But I mean, the detective's here as well, so I'll tell you
Oh,
guys.
yeah, okay, yeah, I forgot. Hey, did the detective get a roll for the library check? If it's here? I know it doesn't matter right now, but it would be fun.
He's just coming along for the ride. He's not actually researching anything. He's not a student. He has no library access. That's my way of quickly solving that conundrum. So, Knick-Knack, you've been hammering away at the workshop. What are you doing there?
I want to try and get the final bits and pieces on my alternator, passive, chargy, whatever, what's it,
Sure.
further along.
I'll just need you, boy, to give me a check.
Of the crafting variety.
Yeah.
Public?
Yeah.
Okay, and I don't think my nerd bonus is stack here, so... 18.
Alright, that will be a success.
Woo!
On to that. Here we go. Wyrhm, fuel efficiency. You get one more success out of 10, so 9 out of 10. You're nearly there, almost at a breakthrough. You know you're very close to concocting some kind of way to absorb all of the, well, not all of the, but some of the magicness in the of the ley lines into the dish that allows you to passively recharge as you're flying. Or perhaps when it's parked overnight, that is. so you don't have to spend spell slots into it. Or both. But you're definitely making some headway. So that's a thing that happens.
Huzzah! The thing, it happened.
Yeah, it did. So that all that little investigation and whatever will take all of the day. Is there anything else you guys want to do with your day before it's over?
I guess it would make sense to look the Kitsune professor and ask if he has any idea about that.
About abyssal
The
presences?
abyssal, yes.
Alright, you decide to go and have a talk with Professor Chen about it. And well, as it is, Professor Chen being, part of that secret society whose name I forget.
Organization
Lance.
14. Yes.
He does knows a few things about the abyssal presences. Namely, most of what you already know. They're, well, what I assume Wildak has shared with you. There are alien creatures that are non-native to this plane of existence. They are bad. They are no bueno. They... they are from another plane of existence. And these kinds of creatures couldn't even show up in Gundhr in any way, shape, or form because the planes were kind of locked away. But then, some decades ago, whenever Cosme returned, the connection to the other planes of existence also returned, and in doing so, any creature from Gundhr can go to any of the planes, but also any creature from any of the planes can also come to Gundhr, including creatures from the Abyss. Creatures of the Abyss are, in essence, cosmical horrors with objectives and agendas that ultimately are just either too alien to comprehend or too grandiose to involve just one small city or one capital even. Whatever their schemes and plans are, it's something far larger than life itself, as any one person in this world would understand. And these creatures, they are attracted to power, much like the power of Titans as it is, but they're also attracted to other forms of power that are yet not understood by people, except those very small cults of researchers here and there, like Lance. The other thing true about abyssal creatures is that they are all smart. They're all incredibly wily and sly. They can come up with all kinds of crazy concocted plans, and they are able to influence not only people but the environment around them. They're incredibly dangerous, incredibly deadly, and they function in unexpected ways. What other information is there to learn about them? Is there anything specific you would like to ask, Vice?
If he knows about anything about the one that is here.
Professor Shen is knowledgeable enough about abyssal presences, having had studied them most of his life, to say for sure that while he does not knows about anything about the two abyssal presences that are in Mergen, he knows there are two. One is immobile and seems to be underneath the city, but the other abyssal presence is mobile.
And it looks like
Another.
Kastenball.
It's his wife, guys. It's his
Oh, no.
fucking wife. It's his wife. Ah, I've been right. Maybe we'll see.
So one abyssal presence, he can feel it and it's always in the same place, somewhere in the underground. But the other one, he can feel it, but it moves around.
Would you like to go with us, like near one specific point where one specific person might be that might give off the specific vibe?
Professor Chen says that, well, I can, of course, young kid. However, my mind is attuned to this kind of abyssal presences, and abyssal presences, more often than not, they are also able to sense the brains of other creatures around them, and if they sense my brain, they might know that I am sensing them, which might cause any
So
manner
what you're
of violent
saying, we need-
explosions.
So what you're saying, we need to put a mind worm in your brain that would shield you from your mind.
Well, I don't know where you came up with that idea from, but no. I don't know that there's any way to shield our minds from these creatures other than just staying away. I can go with you, but if I happen to be around this creature, and this creature notices me and notices that we have noticed it, it might attack. And I hope you're prepared to deal with that. If
I
you
mean,
are-
we need to remove those two as now, not only one.
Well, if that is so, then absolutely, I can go with you. If you have companions who are also ready to fight. Like I said, this creature is strong, so do not expect it to be an easy or fair fight. If, of course, we find this creature and this creature decides to fight us. I'll do my best. Vice?
Well, I appreciate that. So we need to do a lot of preparing, it sounds like. We still haven't found combat allies yet. I guess Branislav the Striped One could help in battle, but the keyword could, so far in battle I think it's only 6 of us. Yes, I'm including Lex and Rusty.
That's still a good number of people to help you.
Can hear to have more.
Most certainly. Are you confident you can find more?
Yes. There's a whole class in the academy that teaches people how to be wardens. Maybe there are wardens more than us.
Well, whenever you assemble a group, we can go and try and find your abyssal presence.
We have reached the invasion of Hogwarts arc.
So apparently, you can count on Professor Shen to locate the Abyssal Presence once you're close to it.
Yay! Too bad they don't know about him. I mean, everyone except me. So I guess I'll introduce the party to him.
All right.
One day we will know of your secrets. One day.
So you introduce Professor Shen from the occultism class, which Lex has attended for the past period.
Oh my god, I know you. Who are you again? I'm imagining that what Lex would say.
Alas, Lex has been too flabbergasted by this revelation.
Well, he said he was going to be AFK for a minute or two.
Good, gives
7
me time
minutes ago.
to concoct up a token.
Aha.
Gives me time to realize that this character
Meanwhile, you
exists.
can listen to soothing elevator music.
I'm too busy listening to someone repeatedly opening and closing a door.
Let them be.
I mean,
Make up your mind! This
that
person's a
happens
catfolk,
in
I
an
swear.
that happens in an elevator too, you know.
Yeah, but elevators don't have this little dinkly bell that open and close, signifying someone has entered the shop.
I'll play summer music then, and then you can hear the neighing horses in the field. You.
Hooray.
Oh no. Okay. So, Vise, you're introducing Professor Shen to the rest of your party mates.
Yes.
Good. He looks at everyone, all of your friends, colleagues, and he nods. It's a pleasure to meet the companions of Vice. I'm Professor Shen of Pyavrov. I teach occultism here in the academy, and it's quite wondrous to have been following your journey.
He's a kitsune, right?
Yes,
Yes, but he's not hiding it.
Yeah, he's not hiding. He is in his fox form.
Okay. It's odd. You look a lot like that fox that happened to Weiss at one point.
The fox that happened?
There was a tower, and
There was a tower that immediately filled
aura.
that. Yes, that
Turned you into a fox.
It made humans look like kitsune. Yes.
Yes, that was the explanation we came up with.
I see.
The anti-magic field conveniently also had the side effect of turning humans into kitsune. I'm pretty sure we knew at that point, so I don't know why you're being weird about this now.
I'm not being weird. I jogged in my memory.
Well, don't you worry
Yes,
about
you're
that.
you're that thing that Vice is.
Yes.
Ouch.
Ouch.
You're the thing.
But I hear you know about abyssal presences.
How would you know that?
Did you hear? Are you sure? Are you
Didn't he say
channeling
that?
your extraplanar voices?
Well, he didn't say
No.
that. He was still an introducing part.
Oh, sorry. I got ahead of myself.
I was reading the subtitles, sorry.
Ah,
And
the
that
writers are faster than the dub, I see.
Always.
And that, Vice, is how I'm going to be able to find the abyssal presence. Non-ironically, through telepathy. I
My
can
god.
beam information into creatures' minds and have it beam back to me. And only abyssal creatures have that ability.
Telepathic
that's cool.
sonar.
Do you find you have had your minds read recently?
No.
No.
Is there a way to tell?
Well, not without proper magic at the moment and time when it happens, no. But that is a great tell that your mind has been invaded by an abyssal presence. But that is nor here nor there.
I mean, I know that it can be done because I've got the telepathic bond spell.
It can be done, but the matter with abyssal creatures is that they can do it all the time and to any number of creatures. As a matter of fact, communicating through their minds is their preferred way of being. But that does not matter. Once again, like I said, it is a pleasure to meet the companions of Vice.
It's good to meet you as well.
Watching your journey has been interesting and also harrowing.
Having experienced their journey has also been harrowing.
But like I said, or rather like I told your companion, Vice, I am able to detect abyssal presences if I'm close enough to them. Problem is that they will also be able to notice me. And that might trigger a violent reaction on their part.
Sure. Because they would probably not like the fact that you know what they are.
Precisely.
Well, that would also at least give away that they're a problem to everyone else in the vicinity, so that's handy.
So, whenever you have assembled yourselves, I will go along with you and seek out this abyssal presence.
All right.
Just let me know when you are ready. And we'll head into town.
That's a good question. I don't see we're being ready anytime soon, but we're supposed to be ready before that time ends. So, yay! Good luck, guys.
Also, like I said previously, I detect that there are two abyssal presences in the city of Mergen.
Two?
One is underneath the city and does not move at all. The other one, however, is on the move. The other one is in the city of Mergen somewhere, but it never stays in the same place for far too long. It's just always moving around.
Cast and Bones.
It's definitely not Elder Watcher because he stays put.
Lady Cast and
True.
Bones.
I believe it could easily be a creature disguised as a person and mingling around in town, using its telepathic powers to acquire more information and, well, bend the citizens'
It
wills.
might be Elder Watcher then.
He doesn't move,
He
Stays in one
does.
place.
He always talks to people.
but he's always in the same place.
True.
I do not know the nature of these creatures, but once I see them, then I'll know for certain who it is. So if you have any strong suspicions of whom he might be, take me to these people.
As much as we're memeing that it's Lady Castenbaum, I don't think we have a good way of taking them to her.
It's just always in the academy.
Yeah, but moving around.
The city and the academy are two very distinct places.
Got it.
They're far away enough that Professor Chang can tell.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't even have a guess at the moment. Uh, Knick Knack, do you think that the glasses will show off anything?
I don't know, because that, from what I've understood, from
I mean-
what we've been told, the abyssal presences are not like titans.
Right. They're like Titans, but not like Titans.
Which, I mean, the titans show off the magic in the atmosphere. I'm not sure if the abyssal presences do as well. As much as they like power, I think they're different.
The only person who I could think of so far would be Lady Castenbaum, and that's it.
And that's mostly just weird paranoia.
Yes.
Convenient writing.
Yes. Huh.
Yes, finally, our Briarwood arc.
But it would be a very interesting thing if something has happened to Elder Watcher and he's under some sort of influence. I mean, even things of his caliber could be coerced.
I mean, he seems the sort that is arrogant enough to think that they could get through that sort of thing unscathed.
Right. But I mean, with the exception of her, I can't think of anybody that is moving around in the city.
Apart from everyone.
Well, I mean, people go on their day-to-day things, but they're not just going all over the city. I mean, and then one person that stays always in the same place. I mean, that sounds like Elder Watcher right there.
Yeah, but he's not under the city in that one place.
Correct. Which makes me think that that's at the Castenbaum Manor. That's what we're going to find under there.
Yep. We have so many suspicions and no practical way of testing them.
Well, we do, but that's the problem, is that we can't just take this person out everywhere if they're the only person that can see it. If we get that asset stolen, Professor Shen, the abyssal presence is not here right now, right?
No, I can tell with certainty that this abyssal presence has never been in the academy. Otherwise, I would have sensed it.
Okay. All right, so that cuts the detective out as well. So he's not involved.
That would be really strange, but yes, I guess that's
Well,
a fair thing
we-
to check out.
we don't know that something happened to him, while we were away. I mean, we were away for 4 or 5 days, and something could have happened to him, and he could be a replacement.
Fair. I feel like he wouldn't be as forthcoming with the information if he was replaced, though.
Well, he could have been feeding us bad information. That's what I was trying to figure out.
I can't possibly understand why someone would feed someone else bad information on purpose.
Misinformation.
Yeah, I don't know.
Because I can't think of anybody else that we've encountered. I've been trying to go through everybody in my head of someone that would be moving around, or that we would usually find that was like moving from place to place.
I mean, I don't think they're literally constantly moving. I think Professor Shen is saying that they don't stay in a fixed place. Not that they're actively going everywhere.
Got it.
At least that's my understanding. I might be wrong.
I'm guessing the best thing that we can do is at least come up with a way to infiltrate under the manor, and I think the plans are probably going to get us in, and so then we can go do that because the professor is going to get us the plans.
Well, then we'll definitely be able to detect the abyssal presence.
Correct.
That's a place, I suppose.
But likewise, it's going to detect us, and then I don't know how immobile it will be.
Well,
Or whether
once
there's
we
another
detect,
one that's coming back.
whether we detect any abyssal presence, they're going to know.
Yeah. Well, I would say let's wait for a couple of days, get the information about the abyssal presences from Professor Jurgenod, and then go back to town with the schematics and go down into the sewers. But do we want to do that with a warrant, or do we want to go through the Kastenbaum Manor?
I don't think we want to go through the manor itself. That's sort of been impressed upon us to be or rather not through the front door.
Yep.
We can probably resume from where we left off, since we know where that is.
And we'll have a better map.
And we will have reliable information, yes. And I'll
All right, Doug.
figure out something to make Rusty more portable.
Hi.
That is what we're going to do. We're going to wait until we've got more information. So we've got the fake plans, we've got our fake schematics, the map of the city, and the information about abyssal presences. And then we're going to go back. We're going to tell Elder Watcher that we've got him the plans, but we're going to go back in via the waterfall area and see if we can sneak back in to get back to where we were.
So,
Why do we need to go and give Elder Watcher, something that could potentially fail if we're not going to use the thing that we give it to him for.
Well, let's just say that these plans will be a big bang for him.
Okay. I mean, it's wonderful that we're stacking 2 sets of faulty plans on top of each other. But, isn't he going to be suspicious that we gave him the plans and then didn't follow up on the thing that we were coerced into giving them to him for?
Well, we'll just say that we're going to come in another way. Oh,
That's
but he did
even
say that
more
we were going to be
suspicious.
watched. Yeah. We'll just keep them with us, and that way, if we get caught, we can use those as a bargaining chip.
I guess. That also
then maybe-
sounds a bit weird, but
Then maybe we can sneak back in through the well that we came up out of.
I mean,
Because
that's what
would
it's
definitely be closer.
implying.
Yeah. I like that better.
So what does Vise and Lex think of these plans?
Can I get a 2-sentence summary? Sorry, I had to do something. I'm back now.
So we're thinking about going and taking the plans, the fake plans with us. We're going to get Shen and go down into the sewers via the well that we escaped from last time. We're going to try to sneak in and get by the elves, the sewer elves, and see if we can figure out where the abyssal presence is that's down there, or if it is even there. My bet is if it's not there, we just leave. We don't even mess around with anything down there.
Okay, why the fake plans if we're sneaking in?
A
Well,
bargaining
we've
chip,
got them
apparently.
as a bargaining chip. So if we've got them, then what happens is if we get caught, we'll say, well, we've got the plans. You know, we want to go down there, but we didn't think you were going to honor it or whatever. And then we just give them the plans.
Okay, sure. Sounds stupid, I'm in.
Mm-hmm.
Sounds stupid, oh Lord.
Whoop.
And Vise, what were your thoughts on it?
I said that it's good. So I don't know if we got caught. Okay, here you go. This is non-suspicion at all plans we had with us.
Yeah.
Like we did, if we had them on us, there would not be a point in sneaking around.
But we could tell it. But we could tell him.
Silly.
But we could tell him that we stole them from the academy.
Yes, and why we didn't get to him first and just decided to go through underneath and don't honor this deal.
Well, because then we didn't have to turn them over.
Yeah, and we can.
Why did we steal them if we didn't want to turn them over?
No, but we can play on the whole. We don't trust him, so we want to make sure. And if we get caught, like, oh well, let's do the deal as planned. So I think we can convince him of us not trusting him, and maybe he sees the reason in that. Maybe, I don't know.
Yeah.
It's not the best plan. Might work. So
It might work, so we'll go with that because I don't have anything better.
yeah,
Yeah, it doesn't make sense, but at the same time,
When have
it
we
doesn't
ever?
it doesn't not make sense either. I guess.
can't argue with that one, huh?
It's a plan. I mean, worst case scenario, he doesn't believe us and we're still fucked.
Well, if he doesn't help us as QA people, we'll just have to kill the abyssal presence before something bad happens.
So, Well, I imagine you have decided upon a plan then.
That was it.
All right.
We're waiting until we get the information, both on the abyssal presence and the fake plans.
All right. So eventually later in the day you're gonna thus show up with both of these pieces of information.
Okay.
The compiled information on abyssal presences and the schematics, faulty schematics that Professor Gundhr Fitzsmith has provided for a version of the Wyrhm, or of the flying ships at least, whatever they want to call it, and also the map for the town itself.
So looking at our map and looking at Jurgenod's map, do things look pretty similar?
Enough. I'm actually just finishing drawing the map. I have a paper version, but it's full of annotations that you shouldn't be able to see, so I make him an not annotated version to give it your way. The version you would
Yes, I
get.
see Mergen Underground.
Well, that's your map of your exploration. The proper map,
Yep.
the one that you get from, Professor and the city administration, is a not annotated map without all of the sussy bits. It's kind of shit, so I hope you understand it. Nonetheless, he gives you all of those things. The information about what's it called again? The abyssal presences per se is pretty much exactly the same thing Professor Shen has told you about.
All right.
Except that every time that there's anything going on about like these or that discovery about the abyssal presences, there's an annotation saying that according to Gundhr.
Interesting.
Interesting.
The faulty schematics don't make a whole lot of sense to most of you, but when Knickknack sees it, the first thing he lets out is he says something. What does Knickknack says when he sees the very faulty schematics?
He starts cackling maniacally.
Okay. And you get the impression that whatever's going on with that is weird. As for the map, I'm going to try and post it to the game chat. Hopefully it goes.
Okay.
If it doesn't, I'm sorry, but it should. There you go. Can you see it?
Yeah.
All right.
Jesus.
Okay, so Old Town Mausoleum is in approximately the same place. We were, almost there, apparently.
We were.
It feels
That is a
bad then.
beautifully drawn map.
That's a what?
That's a very nicely drawn map. Much better than ours.
With all the proper connections, too. The perspective amongst you will notice there's a missing pathway.
Yeah, it's by the brewer home. Seems to be broken.
Oh. Old block.
I mean, that's the one that we found that we thought wasn't finished.
Say what?
Is that the one that we thought that wasn't finished?
I don't know which one you speak of.
We saw a tunnel that was there that we passed by before we caught up, or before the guards, were getting too close to us. And we found an area where it looked like they were going to be developing in that one particular direction. And that was the way that the guide was trying to lead us. But then we finally, made him tell us that it was a trap to get us all there so that they could get us.
I don't know for certain.
Got it.
I'm sorry.
no.
I don't properly remember.
Yeah, kind of vaguely gesturing at things.
But this is the dungeon map. You can freely access it, by the way. Or dungeon. The underground of the city. These are the map.
Yep.
You can freely access it. And you can cross-reference the information you have with the map that the administration of Mergen has provided. Or at least the copy that Professor Jurgenod had on him.
Yeah, we were like so close.
I suppose you've done a lot of sleuthing, so I can just go ahead and tell you. Or else you'll probably never notice. Your own annotated map, your memory map, has a pathway that is not there on the map city. On the bottom right room is the Old Town Mausoleum, which you know to be the mausoleum in
Yep.
Right.
the map. And you do remember that the guy, Luke, told you that there was a tunnel that goes to the mines. That's not in the map.
Outside of the town. That's the one I was talking about. That one.
Yeah. So that's not in the map that Professor Jurgenod gave you. So that's a new passageway that didn't exist until recently. You don't know how outdated is this map, but that's a lead.
Well, I mean, we could go and text to test that area first, because that goes to the outside. That's not even under the city.
I mean, it would be an entrance that I suppose we can just go to the Old Town Mausoleum and then go in through and around there.
Yep. We just have to watch out for the gravekeepers and stuff that are down there that are taking care of the dead.
I don't think the gravekeepers care too much. Or at least
Yeah,
they didn't seem to.
They didn't mess with us, at all.
Didn't seem to care that if you're tying someone up and just
Yes.
leaving him there.
It happens all the time. Luke always gets tied up there.
So with all of this information in hand, the faulty plans, the annotations on abyssal presences, and the map, what's the next step for the intrepid adventurers?
Depression.
I'm guessing we're going to go and
acceptance.
let's go and look around that area where the mines go out of town. Go in through the mausoleum and go in that direction.
Are you doing that today? It's around.
No, tomorrow morning.
Okay. Well, it's about 5 in the afternoon now.
All right.
So
I mean, do you guys want to do it tonight?
I mean, we can check the mines and
I'm not
sneak
entirely
in tomorrow.
against it, really.
All right.
Not like we've expended resources.
True. I haven't even cast but one spell.
what spell did you cast?
Lucky number.
Oh yeah.
Oh.
Still waiting for my 3 to roll.
So I'm
All right, so
annotating
then
things here. I'm waiting for you guys to make a decision.
we're going to go tonight then to the mines outside of town
All right.
to look around, to
Are you
sleuth the place.
are you calling anyone to go with you?
Mm,
I don't
She'll
think
give
we
Ash
should
more
at the
nightmares.
moment. Yeah, I don't
Yeah.
think we should at the moment.
yeah, just
So I think it's wise not to bring wise. I mean, not.
No, your vice.
You mean Shin?
So you're bringing nobody then.
Nope, just us.
All right. Who drew an Among Us there?
where?
You
My bet
click,
is balance.
you click on the line. I can't click on it, so it's not me.
Drew where?
Altor Cobalt.
It wasn't me, I swear.
You little lizard.
It seemed sus.
Mm. So, I'll have to tell you, Cobalt, you're doing it wrong. First you draw an anime girl eye, and then you draw it like a tear.
No. You draw Among Us and then you draw an anime girl to it.
Ah, yeah. Okay, so you're riding the cable car down back to town. You know what that means.
One more silver piece.
It's happening.
Chew
My
for
money.
knickknack.
Can we like buy an annual pass for I don't know the like 5 gold, so you don't have to do this every time?
Sure, you can inquire with the academy staff later on.
Later, but now I could buy silver.
Yeah, for now, goodbye, Silver, on the way down, and then, depending on how many of you make it back up top, then another one. So, it's about 5:30ish when you're down and by the eastern gate, leaving town. The eastern gate, by the way, just leads into fields. And there's no road that leads anywhere really. It's just fields and some plantations, the other such things. And you imagine that if you wander around for long enough, you eventually come about on the mine entrance if you want to find the connection from the outside. Or you have another way in that another plan to get in that I'm not aware of yet.
That's the one that we were looking for.
Or were you trying to enter through the mausoleum?
We're trying to get through the mausoleum to then go through the tunnel to the mines outside of town.
Oh, okay.
Just to investigate.
Sure. You go over to the Old Town Mausoleum. You express your interest in paying respect to those who are no longer among us. They don't really question anything.
You terrible person.
Yes.
But I guess I'm more terrible. So we.
And they let you go in. No questions asked or anything. They assume that all 6 of you, all 4 of you, the dead ghost and the robot, all have something to do here, so they're not really going to stop you.
Obviously, we have something to do here, right?
The only thing that they do before they let you in, actually, is a priest comes over with a sensor. A little
Oh no, they're censoring us quickly.
Ah,
a little vase thing emanating some fumes, trying to sense if there's any evil abound you. And
oh boy.
after the cleric, the priest does that, he goes over and talks to someone who then comes back to you and informs you that unfortunately we are unsure that a couple of you have the best intention in your heart, so we are going to be needing to ask you for some more clarification.
Okay.
Can
Oh,
you sense
what?
evil alignments? What? I'm confused.
So, first they go over to you, Lex. The gods have sensed evil within your heart.
Oh crap!
Repent. Repent.
I love it too much. Wait, let me think if I can do something here.
We would ask you that you stay still and let us cast a protective spell around you, so you will not disturb the dead whilst there.
Ah, okay, yeah, that's fine, right?
Probably.
Yeah, okay, yeah, sure.
I mean, last time I checked, at least your bond to your Eidolon lets it bypass things like protection from good and evil, so
Yes.
class should be unaffected.
The hell you're talking about?
Also, Broadway is not evil, so that shouldn't be a problem.
Well, in short, they are afraid that you might do any crazy stuff, so this priest goes over and casts a protective spell onto you, Lex.
What does that mean exactly in gameplay terms?
In gameplay terms, it means that you cannot cast spells.
No, I don't want that.
Oh, we can always dispel magic it later, it's fine.
Oh yeah, no mind. Okay, good to know.
And they explain to you that if you do not accept this spell to be cast upon you, you will be forbid to enter.
Alright, I'll take it, I guess.
So then they go over and cast this spell on you to disable your magical abilities, in the sense that you can't cast spells, to make sure that you're not gonna go about and fuck up with the dead around.
My favorite spell, fuck up dead.
So they cast that spell on you and now you are protected. Then they go over to you, Vice.
Hello, it's me. Don't mind the evil book.
Well,
Definitely not Thomas.
we
Sorry.
do mind that this publication you have at hand is unfortunately, well, disapproved by the gods. I will have to ask you to leave it behind for the time being.
It's a
Well, your
sentient
book.
being, so I know about that.
Ask.
Moody book. Tell him. Ask him.
Oh, it's a sentient being. Well, in that case, we'll need to cast the same protection spell upon your book, if you do not mind.
You'll be alright. I'll ask the book.
I don't think the book's casting any spells.
Maybe it dies.
Well, it
If
has...
he dies, he dies. Whatever.
The book has powers, and you will not be able to activate any of the book's powers while this spell is upon him.
Oh, that's fine. I wasn't using necromancy spells anyways.
What are you talking about, monsieur? You can't do
Not say
anything
that N-word here, please.
without any necromancy spells. How can you expect to protect yourself against the dead if we find them?
With a sword.
Pah! Swords. And the priests come over and cast this protective spells upon the book.
Anti-book spray. Psst, psst.
Turns out it was the white necromancer all along.
And the book, Vigoro, he just goes like, eh. What sorcery is this? My powers, they vain. Curse you, priests. Shall you meet your fate in the hands of Eaglebeth? Bah.
Please tell me he's not vocalizing these out loud.
He is.
Oh no.
And the
He's
priest,
being the baby.
the priests, they're kind of perturbed a little bit, but they now know that the book is not going to do any fucking around with the dead, so it's okay? Question mark. And
Just annoying, but okay, yeah.
okay enough to allow you to go underground into the mausoleum. Which, as you have come to find, is the easiest way to getting to the underground and accessing the other places around in the sewer. However, if you have ill intention or an evil heart, the priest will have a problem with you. Which is not the case, I imagine.
Yeah, true. I have nothing but respect for the dead, and I don't plan on doing anything to them.
And with those words in mind, as the sun sets outside, all of your sources of light are also dwindled to whatever you have at hand, since you are now under the earth, under the city of Mergen.
Light on my spear.
Well, I've just installed Dark Vision onto Rusty, so I'm good.
Oh, who's that?
Fair enough. So, the party is now at the mausoleum.
Ba-ba-da-ba.
I'm just keeping that there because I don't think we'll be done with this before the session is over, so I would like to mark the place just for convenience.
Gotcha.
So, Wildak, you go ahead and cast light upon your whatever to illuminate
Spear.
the path. The spear, yeah, sorry.
Yep. Hey, that's my holy symbol. Thank you.
This is my United States of whatever.
Sorry.
Na-na-na-na-na-na.
And where are you going? Towards the mines, I assume?
Yep.
Okay. So,
Children.
there are
here.
some priests standing to the dead, doing whatever priests in the mausoleum do. And you'll leave through the north passageway, and then you go towards the corridor to the east. Or not even a corridor, just a dug-up cave. And by following the path out there, you get to a large room. And you can see that this room is very uneven. It's clearly some excavation of sorts. And there's 4 passageways. 1 to the north, 1 to the south, and 2 to the east.
Let's see, 1 to the north.
Are you drawing on
the
this
south.
map?
That's what he's doing. Yes, he's drawing.
Okay.
Uh,
So 1 passage to the north, 1 to the south, and 2 to the east.
Whoops,
Oh,
got
to
that
the east.
backwards.
So where are you,
Alright,
Sussibaka's
coconut.
going to?
I assume you just forgot to remove the ash token.
Yes, yes. Ash
Okay.
is not with you. Blemo, I deleted him.
Ah, the boy
He's-
is gone.
From existence.
I mean, I feel like north is. Well, we're not exactly going to the Castenbaum Manor at the moment. Do we want to just explore everything but north first?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think that'll work.
So let's go south.
South, alright. You're going through a room. Following this winded corridor. This excavation, rather. There's no more corridors. There's just caves and passageways in the cave. Following the south passageway, you find yourselves in another room. Let me roll a sussy d20 here on a 16 or higher. There's people here.
Whew.
It's empty. This room looks great because there's only a passageway south. And from that passageway south, you can feel the breeze of fresh air coming in. You imagine that leads to the outside world, as in the exit from the mines. You see in this room some pickaxes and some excavation materials left around. And considering it's nighttime, you imagine the mines are abandoned.
Not sure if looking around outside is necessarily useful.
Well, unless you want to know where exactly is the entrance from the outside to the mines.
Yeah, it might be useful so we don't get censored again.
Sure.
I guess let's poke our heads out.
So you follow that passageway, that excavation, and you do find that indeed you are now on the outside. In a field, and you can see that the entrance is not as well marked as a mine would normally be. This entrance is kind of hidden, tucked away in a corner, looking away from the city, hidden behind one of the hills, and you're a decent distance away from the city itself. You can still see the city and its lights from afar, but you imagine that this entrance to the mines is hidden on purpose, some kind of smuggling route.
Does it look like a lot of people have like tramped through this area?
Not really, no. It does seem fairly small and somewhat lightly traveled.
All right. Well, at least we know that there are not a lot of people that are coming and going this way.
So you head back inside, I presume.
Yep.
All right. So you head back to the rough room. I'm going to assume. And from there, there's
Yep.
2 passageways east and the passageway north.
I guess we work our way up the southeast passage.
Yep.
All right. You follow that room, that passageway. It's long-winded, kind of labyrinthic, but eventually you do happen upon another room. The room does seems to be empty and devoid of life, but it's much like the previous rooms. It does look as like some kind of mine. Some excavation has been going on here and there. You can see some shine in the walls from Wild Axe spears, but that's about it. You also see that other than the passageway west that you just came from, there's a passageway north, a passageway south, and a passageway east.
Oh wow. So okay, everywhere that way. So we want to look south next.
Yep,
All right.
we're doing a depth first search.
Yes.
So you go to the room south. You walk through that winded corridor.
Oh my.
And once you get there, it's somewhat dark-ish. It's hard to see where you're going. And as you're trying to explore the room, whoever's leading the charge kind of stumbles for a little bit. I would like everyone to go ahead and make me a perception check. Open.
Secret?
Open.
Oh,
Open.
okay.
I'll
That's
have
a good
Rusty
one, I
perceive as well.
I mostly wanted to see who
Perception.
rolls the lowest.
Oh, that's
Yeah.
bad one then.
Who is it though?
For now,
Oh,
Lex.
Le-
me for some reason.
Yep.
Okay.
Guess I can roll Rusty as well, or that doesn't matter, I don't think.
No. Do not roll for Rusty. Do not collect 200 Monopoly bucks.
I want 200 Monopoly bucks.
No.
Straight to prison. Sorry.
No. Okay, I'll remove from my inventory.
So, what happens there is that you silly little yous, you stumble about. And as the party is moving any whichever direction, you come to find that Lex, you have tripped
No.
on a corpse that seems
Oh,
to reach for your
Yeah.
foot. And all you have
Oh, no.
time,
Oh,
all you have time to do is pull your feet away before the corpse reaches you. But
Ah,
then,
fuck.
but then all of you spin around and notice that, oh no, there's zombies around. Ugh.
Fuck.
And they're sassy.
Oh no, not the sassy zombies.
Very, very, very
That
sassy,
the-
these zombies.
Is
Perfect.
that the randomly rolled adjective?
Yes.
Sorry, I forgot to do that. Let me do that
Oh,
real
no.
quick.
They're inherently sassy, not spontaneously so.
They're serving cunt in an undead way, yes.
Oh lord.
So there's a zombie immediately engaged with Lex and Broadway, because I'm nice like that. And you see other undead rising up around the room, primed to engage you all. So I'll need everyone
Oh, no.
to go
Getting
ahead
married.
and roll for that delicious initiative.
My initiative is so tasty.
Top that, zombies!
how?
I don't have a diamond sword for nothing.
My perception may be low, but my initiative is high.
Which is good.
Probably.
Damn.
Oh, they topped that.
Oh!
It's oh my god.
Actually, no, they didn't. They still rolled below
Not
30.
showing up in the encounter section though.
So,
Medium undead ethnic.
whatever that
Oh
means.
no, it's going to cleanse us.
I like
Oh,
reliable. He's a good one.
Wildak, you feel the blessings of Pasperon surge within you to let you know that these things are a threat to community and civilization and society, and they must be dealt with. So you go first.
Yes, indeed.
Might the
Smite them with your paladin powers.
I am. I've just got to find it.
Sure.
But I don't see where it is. I can turn undead, right?
Good question. I have no idea.
That is not a power in Pathfinder. It was replaced with Destroy Undead. That's what you use your AoE heal for.
All right.
I think there might be a feat that you get, but you have to get it specifically.
I can do an AoE heal versus undead. I love this.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, it'll damage the undead and heal the living. Although there's no
Actually-
living to be healed.
Yep.
Actually, I think it's an or.
Is
Or
it?
is it an and now? It used to be an or.
Lord only
Yeah, I
knows.
think it only does that one.
If
If the target is undead, you deal that amount of positive damage to it, and it
But-
gets Fortitude save.
Yeah, it's an and. It's not an or.
This targets
Right.
all living and undead creatures in the burst.
Oh,
An
good.
and.
Excellent. 30 feet.
I know it used to be different, which annoyed me.
So you can go ahead and put in the measurer.
Yep, that's what I was looking at. 15 will get that guy, but I have to move, and I can't cast a 3 if I move.
Actually, the
Oh, no.
the range is. Oh no, emanation.
30
Yeah,
foot.
it has to
Emanation.
emanate from you. And it's a
Yep.
30-foot emanation, so it's 30 foot from you, I believe.
Yep. And I don't think
Oh,
it
30
includes your
foot.
own space. It's the entire room. You're fine.
Okay. All right. Let's pop this baby.
Turn undead is a feat.
So click your 3-action heal.
Ta-da!
Place a 30-foot emanation just so we can double check that.
I think that does cover everybody.
Yeah, it does. Wow.
Yep.
Great. So let me
They have
roll.
the DC 16 basic fortitude save.
I will roll that. So the ethnic succeeds. The particular undead hit.
Private rolls?
Suffers no damage. Oh, sorry, that shouldn't have been private. He made a critical success. Sorry. There you go. Now, reliable undead.
Very unreliable. My dad.
He took double damage.
Double damage to them, so they'll get shafted there. Large undead fails, but not critically. And the multiple
Lord.
large undead, go figure, and succeeds. So roll your damage.
All right, so everyone,
Holy shit.
25,
At which level you're
So-
casting these things?
3rd level.
Okay, 25 you said, right?
Yep, so 50 for the one that failed. That super failed.
Yeah. So that guy over there takes 12. The other guy, the particular, suffers nothing. This guy here suffers 50. This guy up top suffers the full 25. 25. And this guy suffers 12. Alright, they're still all standing. And that's your turn.
Yeah.
Ooh, that's scary.
I did not expect the one shot, but yeah.
And you can delete your emanation.
Yep, I did.
Thank you. So, medium
I was in the process.
ethnic undead creature, do you consider the smaller ones are not actually zombies? They don't have a body. Or rather, they don't have tissue. They're just skeletons.
Okay.
Wearing armor and shields and swords. Or rather, weapons. And they're gonna do that.
Boy, they're not going to like me.
So this here boy is going to go and run over here with his shamble over there with his speed. He's going to target Lex, who roused up the dead with a long sword. Swing.
Swing.
And misses. The silly little hoe.
Don't call him that.
I mean, he is because he's on my side. I would like for him to have hit. He didn't.
Ah.
Because he's a silly little hoe. So instead, he's going to use his last action to raise shield. You just need to find that. Yeah, he's going to raise shield. Thank you, Pat.
Does dutiful retaliation require him to actually hit me, or just attempt to hit me?
What's the trigger?
An enemy within 15 feet of you hits you with a strike and deals damage. Ah, okay, never mind.
It needs to hit you.
Ah, alright, worth a try.
Alright. So, hold on, let me just double check something. Yeah, he is getting his bonus from raising his shield. And that's his turn. Hold on, just one.
Bonus, get it?
Next up is the medium undead particular. Knick-Knack, you're riding on top of Rusty, right?
I am,
Cool.
which does give me a bonus to AC.
He's going to move all the way over there. Sure, yours. Standing, quote unquote. Let's see. 1 through 3, he hits Knick-Knack. 4 through 6, he hits Wildak. Wildak.
Yes.
He's going to try and swing at you.
No.
And hits.
He did.
It does hit. The sassy boy. You suffer 6
He
points
had
of
56.
slashing damage. Yay. And then Hichu raises
Ow.
his shield. And that's his turn.
Sorry. Quick question. I had Eidolon's opportunity. Is that if he uses a manipulate action trying to attack me is one, right?
Sorry, what?
I have. Wait, let me post it in chat. I think I wanted to link this one. Is attacking me and missing a manipulate action?
No.
No.
Really? Okay.
Really.
Wait.
Casting a spell or.
The-
I think if it pops up and says manipulate.
Yeah, do you see
Alright.
those traits right there, like Eidolon, Evolution, Summoner?
Yeah, I know. Okay.
If one of those traits says manipulate, then that action triggers that.
Alright. My bad.
And if you're casting a spell, it needs to have a somatic component for it to be considered to be manipulate. Nonetheless, it's your turn, Lex and Broadway. What do you do?
So I cannot cast spells on these undead or just in general?
You can't
The-
cast the spells in general.
So it's just attacks then. Okay.
And other tricks and skills you want to use.
Well, I assumed I drew. I have my gloves. Never mind. Yes. So Broadway is going to smack the small one, I guess.
Yeah, I mean, you don't have to act. Broadway can take all of your actions if you wish.
Yeah, that's why it's really no point in using legs too much in this case. Yeah, just go for a strike. We don't know any special weaknesses. I'm just going to do this then. Come on, how did that miss?
Because he has his shield raised.
What was the DC?
A 19.
Oh my god. Alright. I was one action, I'll... there's no point in... They both have a shield raised. He's gonna smack the big one above me.
Okay.
Try again. Second action. Yay, crit.
That is a critical hit. Click on the critical damage button.
Bonk.
18 points of damaggio. Bonk. It's still standing.
Mm-hmm. I understanding that my hand wraps Lex has equipped are not a weapon, they're just like equipment, right?
They are a weapon in the sense that they improve your basic punch, your unarmed attack, deals more damage.
Yeah. Your
But-
unarmed strike is a weapon of sorts, but that's what it affects.
I'll just go for...
But you will
I-
see, your unarmed attack deals as much damage as your dagger that you have equipped, or...
Yeah, it's probably smarter to go for the dagger, I guess. Yeah, sure. Let's go for a dagger. It's
Oh, rather, the damage and the attack modifier is the same.
dagger it is then. I'm just gonna strike the big one too. Regular strike. I haven't attacked from my summoner character yet so far. Interesting.
Yeah, you hit, roll for damage. 4 points of damage.
Oh boy.
Yeehaw. I think you will find that your character is not really geared for melee damage, so
Yeah, I'll do something else.
your damage is just the dice. And no modifiers
sense.
whatsoever. That's your
Yes.
actions. Technically, this last action could have been an act together, I guess, for you and Lex to do something.
I mean, fair enough. It could
Like
use
the
one more
roll.
action to like recall knowledge or something, right? Maybe that helps.
Yeah, you can, or you can attack the third time.
No, recall knowledge is good. Let's do that.
Okay.
What do you need?
On whom? The small ones or the big ones?
The big ones, the big ones.
All right, you need religion. Make it a secret check.
Oh boy, that's a bad one.
Recall
You're
knowledge
not
is always
supposed
a
to know
hidden
about
check.
your bad rolls.
Yeah.
Oh no.
These are big
Great.
zombies. Fairly big, fairly bad. And even though they're zombies, it looks like they can pack a punch. So that can be tricky. Definitely pay attention to that.
What are they zombies of? Besides big.
Giants?
They look like half giants, orcish half giants.
Ew.
Oh,
Yeah, the tusks kind of gave that away. Yes.
Orog, or the other one. Ogrillion, perhaps.
But
There's a difference, and I'm not sure what it is.
otherwise, you don't know nearly enough to be able to tell.
All right.
And that's your turn. Now is
Yep.
the reliable on that. The
Oh no,
reliable.
Old Reliable is after us.
It's going to approach Broadway. It takes a couple steps this direction. Targets Broadway for a big old punch. Actually, no. It's so big and so lanky, it's actually going to hit the summoner behind it. It's going to target Lex.
Ah,
Oh,
yes.
wow.
With its
Okay.
long
Really?
arms,
Large-
it's going to hook around Broadway and try and hit Lex.
Yep, large creatures have reach.
So,
That's their only defining trait.
wow.
But it did move, so I can at least use the Eidolon's opportunity, right?
No, it didn't move while within range.
Ah, so it needs to
It
stand
moved,
next.
yeah, it
Okay,
moved
yeah.
into range, which is
Okay, yeah, my bad.
fair.
And
Yep.
that's that zombie's turn. Next up is the large undead multiple. It's
I
also,
love those random adjectives. It's great.
it's also going to try and slap Lex silly.
I know,
Oh.
it's multitudinous.
Wow.
They do keep missing. Wow.
Lucky you.
I am that intimidating, huh?
And that's it for them. Vise, you're up. What do?
What do?
Do do do
I know,
do 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 do.
you sing the do song.
Do.
Baby zombie do 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 do. Baby zombie do do.
Oh no, I regret everything.
Yes, you should.
So
Yes.
I cast Fireball.
Okay.
That's not fireball.
That's yes.
I cast Funny Fireball.
Where are you casting it?
I placed it.
Ooh, nice. Before you resolve that, Ethnic Undead is going to make an attack of opportunity because you cast a spell with the manipulate trait.
You big.
So you get long sworded. Let's see.
I don't.
You don't.
He tries, he fails, because he sucks. Okay, carry on. Move on with your attack. Those guys need to make a basic reflex saving throw, huh? For 18 damage, nice.
Why those dice are normal? I'm not approving of that.
Because it's
They're
fire. It
fire
automatically
colored.
applies the damage type to the dice. So the top undead fails.
Haha, it's blinded and deafened.
Oh my dog. The other one,
That is a weird fireball. Yes.
It is blinded and deafened for one turn as well.
alright, both of them suffer 18 points of damage and they're still standing.
It has less damage than Fireball, but more versatility.
I see. Balanced
Creature
version, you
is
say.
blinded 1 and deafened 1, which makes them easier to kill. Just like babies. So that's 3 actions? No, that's 2 actions. So
That's 2 actions.
you have 1 last action.
Is it MAP -1?
Yes,
Well, I didn't
because
attack.
Yeah, okay, yeah, you
But I
didn't.
did.
This spell does not have the attack trait, so yeah, you didn't attack this round.
Take this, Ethic. Fuck me, Ethic. Wait, no, please don't.
Did you hit the right?
Medium undead ethnic has his shield raised and just manages to deflect your sword. And
I'll
that's
try again.
I
I
don't think you
shouldn't
have
have.
right?
I
Bad.
still missed.
Oh, he rerolled. Okay.
Yep.
I'm sorry, you missed by one more now this time around. And that's your turn. Vice, please delete your emanation, and Knickknack, you're up.
Okay. So I'm on Rusty, which increases my AC by
Crack.
1. Which is fine.
The other day, playing with some other people, I heard one of them call AC AK. I'm like, what?
Ack.
AK, yeah.
Oh no. Rusty is going to yeah, no, Rusty is just gonna. That's not Rusty's character sheet. No. Rusty is gonna do a nom on particular undead and hopefully succeed.
Go for it. He doesn't he?
Are you going to
Reroll?
re-roll that?
Oh boy.
Okay, that's not happening, apparently.
But wait, Rusty, you're within 30 feet of me.
Take a
Um,
reroll.
I'm sharing my luck with you. Re-roll that.
Let's get a third
okay,
one. in a row.
well, yep. At that point, I
Watch
get sent
out.
to jail or something.
If you roll 3 ones in
Um,
a row, you get sent to jail.
Yep, that,
Yes.
that I
Goodbye,
just said that.
jail.
It's wonderful. I have to make a new roll because I can't re-roll something more than once. I mean, it's higher, but no. Okay, that did not work out.
My god. I just had the horrible thought vision in my mind of a party of halflings
Yes.
sharing luck all over the place like a luck orgy.
Oh god.
A lorgy, if you will.
Yeah. Carry
He
on.
will make a second nom.
Wow.
Okay, yeah, no, that's not happening. Then Knickknack is going to probably trigger an opportunity attack, I think. But he's going to yeet some my chemical romance fire at one of the blinded large undead moderates, multiples or whatever.
Cool, yeah, you will get an attack of opportunity. And if he crits, the action gets cancelled. As per the rules. No, but he does hit you. So Knickknack, you get slash for 7 points of damage.
Okay. That is going to be 53. And I drew it. I threw it. And I crit it.
Nice.
Nice, roll for crit damage. Oh shit, that's a lot.
Oh my.
It suffers 22 and I assume you're hitting like over here?
Yeah.
Okay, so the other one and Lex are getting splash damage.
Boy!
So choose splash damage to it, and I'm going to apply this to you, Lex. 2 points of splash damage.
And that one is on fire. Cool.
That what
It has
mean?
persistent
Ah,
persistent
it does,
fire.
yeah. You're right.
Because of the crit.
It will slowly burn out.
Yep.
That one's taking
Then-
a lot of damage.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm just gonna keep throwing it on because I'm gonna draw a second one and throw it at the other boy.
Can you do that?
It's an action to draw and throw because I took a feat.
Oh my god, you sly kobold.
But I miss.
No, it splashes on the ground. Where are you aiming?
Please a bit higher than last time.
Okay, roll for
Yep.
damage, so everyone gets splashes.
Um,
Just click the damage
please.
button.
I mean, yeah, I
Splish
guess.
splash.
It's just 2 splash damage.
To it and to the one right beside of it.
Woo,
Both
and it
of them.
dies.
The both of them are still standing.
And those are my actions.
Thank you. Zombie! Sorry. Outer large undead is going to have their turn now. They're blinded, they're deafened, and they're pissed
Ah,
because Lex, you tripped on them and woke them up from their slumber.
Oh no, they're
Rude.
drunk. Help!
They're gonna slap you silly. What happened? Ah.
Wow.
It critically hits, and also they had to make a flat check just because they can't see you, but they saw you. So, yeah, you suffered this much damage.
Alright.
26.
Jesus
Oh
Christ.
my.
okay. Was that the one above me?
Yes.
Well, at least this one gets a slap this time for actually hitting me. So it's wait, retaliation. Here we go. I think I just make a strike with Broadway, right?
I know. Put up
Do,
the
do, do,
action.
do, do, do.
Yep.
Yes.
Get to make an attack.
Yeah.
Whee!
Melee unarmed strike. Go.
No map penalty.
No.
Ah boy, can I reroll that? I want to hit that thing.
New turn.
If you have a hero
you-
point you want to spend, then sure.
Yes. Reroll and keep
Oh
hitting
yeah,
with
that's
roll.
right.
Let's
I
go.
need to mark one of my hero points as expended.
Yeah.
There we go.
11. Cool. That kills it.
Finally.
Because
Progress.
it was at 1 hit point.
Yeah, I figured.
Alright. Well, you interrupted its turn halfway through it, so it didn't get to do the rest of the things it was going to do.
Hooray!
So now it's Wildak. What do?
You do.
Not again.
You know what I'm doing. Yes.
Oh my god.
Let's go!
Roll your healing first.
Good thing I used that other guy's reaction.
20?
20. Yeah, that's good. So Lex and Wildak regain 20 hit points.
Knick-Knack regains hit points too.
Does he? Sure.
Yay.
Yes,
I can't
because
see
he took
your-
7 damage.
I can't see your health bar from here. So yeah, Knick-Knack also recovers health. Sorry.
Yay.
Wait, all those 20 damage didn't top you off, Lex?
No, I think I took splash and 28 damage, something.
I mean, the
so.
splash was only...
Fair
Actually, no, the
26.
splash was
Yeah,
4, I think.
26 plus splash, yes.
So the large undead succeeds on its suffers 10 points of damage. The other large undead
Oh lord!
Critically fail.
fails.
Oh no,
Suffers the full 20,
critically fails.
which is exactly how many hit points he had.
Who's up?
It's shattered into pieces by positive energy, channeled in
Pause.
straight from Paspron. The particular undead is going to suffer 40.
Critically fell.
Oh boy.
He suffers 40 points of damage. Which makes him...
I mean,
He
I deleted my thing.
Oh, no, it's fine. Don't worry. He explodes into good energy, good vibes dust.
It's confetti. I have confettied them.
yeah.
Undead confetti.
And the other one,
Confetti.
That sounds like a market niche. We should have used that.
he succeeds.
It's
He
so-
I
suffers
succeeded.
half damage, so that's 10. Alright. Is it still standing?
Somehow. Okay.
Though very
Because
poor.
he's still standing.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
You better believe it is. This little sassy thing. Speaking of which, it's his turn now. It's turn now. Fuck it. They're gonna keep gangbanging Lex. Especially now because he has
Oh, whoa.
deliciousness flanking bonus. Let's go.
Mm.
Oh boy.
Isn't the large undead... Wait.
If only they could hit. Yay.
Yeah, no.
Wow,
No.
he hits
Hit
just
by
Yeah,
0.
Okay.
DiMaggio. Lex, you suffered 8
Wait.
points of damage. Oh, yes.
It didn't map?
It should have mapped, so no, it doesn't hit you. I'm a dummy.
So it doesn't. Okay.
It
has
doesn't
why?
hit. Because MAP minus whatever, I forgot to
Oh
click that
yeah,
button.
yeah. I was like, okay, yeah.
Yep.
I'll take that.
Last action, he uselessly
Also-
tries to claw at you.
Ah,
Slashies. I mean, he could have rolled a
giving
20.
me the slashies.
He didn't, that's his turn.
Alright.
Lex. What do, boy?
Not that it is actually necessary. Just asking. Can I use my wand? Because is that a casting a spell, or not? If I use it from my inventory.
It's not coming from you, so I think you can cast it.
You can't.
No.
Because you're the catalyst for this spell to be happening.
Ah, so it's not just stored, and I just need to press a button and unleash the magic. Okay.
I
Yeah,
mean, technically it is, but
Okay. I wouldn't have used it. It's not worth it. So Broadway just smacks the small one beneath him.
Alright.
Actually, before that, let Lex at the same time, 2 for 1 thing, do a frighten on him. Intimidation, actually. So
Demoralize?
Yes. Is that intimidation? Yes.
Mm-hmm.
yes.
That's demoralize. You should have a demoralized action.
Yeah, do use the
Yep.
demoralize action because it does everything greatly.
Where is that?
It's under the action tab, which is the second one.
You're using it from Broadway, right?
No, Lex has better stats for some reason.
Okay, so hold on. In your character sheet, the 2nd
Mhm.
tab, which is your actions tab, you don't have it. Let me drag it. Boom,
Please
now you
do.
do.
Yeah, it's not in there by default for some reason.
You have the demoralize action.
There we
So,
go.
Target someone and click that little intimidation in chat.
Of course, boss.
Okay, yeah.
Aha!
The target is frightened too. It's you can hear the quaking in its bones.
Those scared, spooky skeletons. Yes. Okay.
I was half expecting it to be immune.
Yes, same, but whatever. And now he gets a strike from Broadway. Huzzah! Oh no! I saw the 20. I already smelled it.
Roll for damage, that hits.
Hmm?
19 on the Skelly Boy.
Bonk.
That shatters it.
Oh, nice. Go away. And Broadway uses the second action. This was a combined one to move closer, and the last action to hit that thing.
Go for it.
Can I do only one demoralize per turn? Right?
You can do as many as you want, but only once per creature, because then the creature becomes immune.
I'll just hit it. It's fine.
Alright.
Is the map applied automatically? Oh, never mind. It's a one. Forget it.
No, you have to click it manually. But yeah, Lex
Alright.
unfortunately misses.
I'm done.
Alright, which means the big Skelly, the big whatever, is going to slap you silly again, or try to.
And
Just
burn.
try. Fish.
Mm-hmm. The persistent damage, I believe it comes at the end of the turn?
At the end of the turn.
Okay. Alright. Yeah, it's going to target Chillax since you so kindly moved in front of it. It's going to slappies. It hits.
Alright. How much damage?
9.
I'll take that. And wait, wrong character, sorry. And then Broadway is going to retaliate because it's back up again, right?
Yes. You have your reaction again.
Perfect. There we go. And it's just a slap. Wait, let me click on the right character. There we go.
Make an attack with Broadway. Ooh. Roll a
Ooh,
crit.
boy.
Critical hit.
Let's go. Let's go. Oh boy.
Uh,
Big bonk. Bye bye.
yeah, the zombie slaps Lex away, and then Broadway just gut punches it so hard it folds in half and falls backwards and stays folded.
Sorry.
And after that, you hear no other zombies coming around. Wildak quickly spins his spear around the room to make sure there's no zombies to be had, and lo and behold, the room is quiet. You have successfully eliminated all of the opposition.
Yeah.
Good.
Congrats! You're alive.
See if we can treat some wounds on Lex.
Please do.
See you share. The sword did the thing. Well, the fireball. Well, the fireworks. Yes.
The queer fireball, yes.
It was very pretty.
Also,
And loud.
should you want, you can loot the skellies. They have longsword, lance, chainmail, and a steel shield.
Well, don't need any of that. Other than selling it later.
Well, if you have the space in your backpacks to carry that, you can definitely go around and carry that.
Yay! I beat the 17. So you got 9 points back because I rolled like crap.
Yeah. Can somebody disenchant the protection thing so I can cast spells again?
Does anybody has dispel magic?
I don't.
I assume since you said somebody has it. Oh no.
I suggested it was a possibility. I don't know if people prepared it.
I got them right. Okay. Probably not
I
then.
did not prepare it.
Don't know if I prepared
Why?
it.
Probably not, right?
By the way, Lex, don't you have godless healing?
Oh, true. I get an extra 5. Wait, was that medicine? Oh yeah, that should work. Yes.
He might be a cleric, but it was no god required somehow.
No, it's fine. +5 down. Oh, 70.
So write that down, you get some extra health. And... yeah.
Silly question. Can I hand my wand over to Broad and can he cast it? No, right? He's still blocked like me.
Just to make matters simple, yes, I'm going to say that he is also blocked from casting spells because he's a part of you.
Alright.
He exists in this world only through you, I guess. So
The same reason why he can bypass protection from evil, or alignment, or whatever.
Well, this is
and
really
other similar
weird
spells.
that there's undead here. I mean, why would there be undead here?
I mean, we heard about undead.
Oh, we did. We heard about the undead that were here, but it was still weird.
I mean, if it were in the catacombs themselves, or the mausoleum itself, I would question it because the clerics.
Right.
But this is a secret mine entrance thing.
So there are no ways that are out of this room, correct?
Yeah, this room has no other exits.
Well, that's a good thing, I suppose.
Yep. Yep. So I guess the east will be the next room.
And Juliet is the sun.
What?
Wait,
What? I'm not getting this reference.
I'm just reciting Shakespeare, it's fine.
As people are wont to do. So, you go back to the previous room, the another room. As you go
Right.
there,
Room.
nothing shows up. And then you go
The undead
east.
spontaneously appear for you to trip over.
I mean, why not? Every room you go into, there's a chance something that wasn't there before could be there now.
Ooh!
And now you go to the room to the east of that. You see that the corridor leads westward, but the eastward, but then it bends and goes northward a bit, and eventually you happen upon another room that looks also abandoned and just mines as per usual. Nothing too fancy or exciting about there. Other than there being a passageway to the north.
Everything likes going north here.
Yeah. So where are you going?
I'm guessing north.
Alright.
Yeah.
Statistically, that makes sense.
You go north through this room, and eventually you get in a... Well, you go north for just a little bit, and then the corridor bends to the left. And goes for a while, and then you get to a fork in the road. This cave keeps going forwards, but it also turns left.
So like that.
Yeah. And you find yourselves here in this delicious fork.
All right.
Well, statistically, left goes back to that
Yeah, the room, the north room. So I think we should continue on to the north. I mean, west.
Alright. So you're continuing through this corridor.
Yep.
Alright. You follow onwards, and then you the cave goes on for a little bit, then it turns right. Then immediately afterwards there's a room. And like the previous room, this room is kinda... You can see some flickering light a little bit in the distance. And when you get a little bit closer, you see a couple... You see a person that stands up from where the flickering light is at, and he looks over at you all and says, "Who goes there?" He
Must have been
sees...
the week.
He does see some light coming in from Wood Axe's spear. Phrasing, I know, but that's what he sees.
Yes.
And he shouts, "Who goes there?" Trying to look.
It's no one, and we're just lost in the sewers.
Can you help us? We're lost.
Oh,
Come
mate,
close. Need your help.
you're awfully far from the sewers, mate. This is not the way.
Really, really lost.
Like,
do you
we're
know how
really
to get back
stupid.
to the mausoleum? We just took a wrong turn, I think.
He looks over to someone who's right next to him and says, "Oi, there's a couple lost tourists here. Help me out with them." Sure. You want to get back to the mausoleum, is it?
Yes.
Alright. Why are you down here? If you don't mind me asking.
Oh, we were trying to find my Aunt Ethel, but, we couldn't find her anywhere.
Is she by a chance a witch? An old hag? Sorry.
No, she's not an old
Sorry,
hag.
it's just a Baldur's Gate reference. Never mind.
Oh, so you just decided to come here to the mausoleum and pay respects and got lost.
Yes.
Obviously. Duh.
Is this room a dead end, by the way?
It is not. There's 3 other passageways. on the western wall and one on the north wall.
Damn it. We need this room, huh?
And the guys approach you and then they say, well, it's fine, I mean, we do get the people who end up lost here every now and then. It's not a big deal. We will just help you through. Because you see, the way I see it, if you're just coming down wandering into the tunnels, I think you might be grave robbers. In that case, I don't think there's anybody waiting for you back up top, so why don't we make you nice little additions to the collection? Get in, boys!
Oh no!
Oh.
So I'll need everyone to give me a perception check to see how well you saw this ambush coming.
Alright, there's
Thousands
a
of miles
away.
question about it.
Better
mean-
question was, how willing were we
Shit.
to attack them?
Yes, I think that's a better question. I can find the perception of Rob. Where is it again? Damn it.
15? Alright, I'll have to roll for their little sneaky deception. Hold on, alright. Okay, let's go. I can't read my own letters. By which I mean
That's
I can, I just have to find the proper thing. Cool. Yeah, this will be just a... a fancy little roll. Hold on. Just have to make it secret.
I forgot Broadway's role. Sorry.
Alright. Yeah, no. Thankfully, Wildak and Knick-Knack, the smallest, most vulnerable persons in the room, they think, this is bad. Ambush is coming. Let's get ready. And once you poise yourselves for battle, your companions around you notices that, okay, something's going to go down. Let's get ready. Alright.
The grave robbers thought we were tourists. Ha! Joke's on them. We're great. No.
We're grave robbers.
Too many layers to this joke.
Oh no, you grave robbers?
Grave robbers.
No, we're only robbing from grave robbers. We're the good guys, don't worry.
Grave rubber? What?
No?
Grave robbers.
Yes.
I know. I'm just having fun.
Alright. According to my list, this should be this kind of encounter, but according to the time, we only have 10 minutes, and I don't think we are going to clear this many enemies in 10 minutes. So,
Yeah.
Are
There's
you...
just two of them, isn't it?
no. From the
I mean,
shadows,
oh.
a bunch more jump out.
Oh my.
I wouldn't mind doing a bit of overtime since tomorrow is Saturday, unless somebody's working tomorrow.
I'm not working, but I'm tired. And I
Aw.
ate a lot.
And you ate a lot.
That
This
makes
is
more
just-
sense.
It's Friday and I have 2 days in a row. I can treat myself.
Yes, you can.
Alright, sorry. I just asking.
So, alright.
I will try.
We're not going to be having the encounter today, but just so you know, out of the shadows, some other what's it called? Some other sewer elves jump out.
Sewer elves.
Sewer
I
elves,
could tell by their accent.
your favorite,
Okay.
and some other delicious peeps also jump out of the shadows to ambush you. Too bad you have not been ambushed. So, boys and gentlemen.
Freaking sewer elves.
So you have right beside you. Don't move. You have right beside you, tart orc and icy orc. You have angry elf, isolated elf, a near elf, and boiling tiefling in the far back.
And
Oh my
boiling.
God.
Yep.
I cannot cast spells. It's gonna be terrible.
Yeah. So I suppose we'll solve this next time around.
Sounds good.
Is the next episode of the fight against sewer elves.
So next time around you'll be facing the delicious sewer elves and friends in this
Yeah.
horrible, horrible room underground, and nobody knows you're here. Oh no.
I know, and I get to cast my new spell.
Oh.
I cast Melt Face.
It's not far off from that searing light.
Yeah.
Serial light.
So,
He missed.
with that out of the way,
Yes.
things are starting to heat up, I think you'll find, and boy, you're getting close to the big, big, big.
Are we?
I mean, you're starting to move that way.
Oh, good.
You have the means to find the big, big, bigs, and you have the means to do stuff. Wow, that the cleric
Oh
of
my
Passborough
God.
casts testicular torsion.
Not again.
What do you mean that again?
So, as per usual, thank you guys so very much for playing. Hope you enjoyed today's game. And also, I hope you didn't forget how to play after not playing for a month.
Well, you see, you spend action points when shit happens. That's how we play it.
Oh.
Ah, yes, AP. My
And-
favorite resource.
Hopefully, we'll not be forgetting how to play for much longer, because ideally, we'll be having a game next week, which should be good.
Yeah.
Okay. My favorite resource in games is PP Cobalt. PowerPoints.
Well, with that, I'll say goodbye to everyone who's watching over at them Twitches. Thank you so very much for watching. Check out the VODs on YouTube, and other than that, see you next game, whenever that ends up happening.
Yeah.
Bye.
Yeah.
Hopefully
Bye-bye.
next week.
Peaches.
Bye.
Petition to rename hero points into PP.